No.
Cool.
All right, everybody, welcome to Weenie and the Butt in the Morning. It is the
You
ninth-
can't use a Family Guy. You can't use a Family Guy thing. That's copyrighted.
That's right,
yeah,
it is.
Weenie in the butt. Weenie in the butt.
I feel old. I didn't know that.
That is.
That's totally
It's an early Family Guy thing, but it's still.
Yeah,
a
back
Family
when
Guy
it was still
thing.
good.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Buzz and
Hey,
Skeeter.
let's cheers. Let's do a little.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
This is
Thanks
to
for
whiskey
having
and
us.
For
friendship.
whiskey and friendship.
Mike, what did you bring?
An above average size dong.
Nobody can hear
We know
you.
that that's not true.
Yeah, whose is it?
Aggressively above average.
I
I
thought
don't
we
believe
weren't
you.
going to talk about wieners because you told me that.
I did not tell you that.
You said we weren't going to. But,
Yeah, but
now
Mike
that we're
really
on the
wanted to.
topic,
No, we said we weren't.
Craig
gonna
has
talk
some
about
ideas.
you know how I know women all lie?
Yes.
Small
tell me.
sample size, but 4 different women have told me that I have an excellent penis, and I know it is bad. It's a bad one.
What does your wife say?
She's on the excellent side.
Oh,
on the
she
excellent
has
side.
to lie to you though.
How
Well,
many-
I think she's really just lying to herself.
What's the number? with
That's actually what it is.
I don't want to make this a
She
tough.
says it enough times.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this a tough situation for you, but how many penises has your wife been with aside from your own?
I don't know. I probably could do the math.
It's not a good.
Don't do the math.
It's not even a high number.
but
it's
still,
not.
it's still something you're like.
I don't want to
I
think
don't
about
wanna-
it.
Yeah.
It's-
Who wants to think about another man
It's more than
penetrating
one.
their
and
woman?
No,
less
I
than
know.
40.
You don't want to do that.
Fair.
That's just honesty.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about movies. That's what I was told. That was an email.
Pornographs are movies. Yes.
I do have a lot to
There's
talk
been
about
some
with that.
very well shot porns.
Deep fake.
That is not
Deep
true.
fakes. Oh my god. No, there definitely are.
I mean, better.
It's called art.
All right, I'm just going to put this out there.
You just gotta
What-
go to the HD tab on xvideos.com.
Okay, so you already
Been there,
and
done
we
that.
know that he uses X videos. What do you use?
I look for specific artists, not.
You don't have a
videos.
website you go to?
No, I
Favorite-
change it up.
Who's
I
your
have
favorite
a-
I
artist?
want it
Right now,
Hey,
currently,
finish this thing.
Dylan Harper.
Never heard.
Oh
of it.
yeah,
Oh, I know who it
Oh
is.
yeah,
she's a nice
I'm
lady.
out of it.
she's.
Your lady doesn't give you enough time.
I have a
I'm
new
usually busy.
lady,
It's a good thing.
so I haven't had to
Dylan
pull at that.
Harper.
Dylan Harper,
I know who
definitely.
that is. I know
Oh,
who it
you
is.
do. Okay, but I haven't had to use recently. But like when I do, I'm like, yeah,
I'm still pretty consistent. I really don't
Dylan.
have to use it that much, and we're
Dylan.
3 years now, so
That's solid.
must
Very
be
nice.
nice.
it's good life.
Craig gets it all the time.
You know what? It's funny because this just came up. We could talk about this. Nobody else here is married. Just me.
Yes.
Right. So, I've been
Josh and
married-
I are in a civil union. It's different.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
I organized that just so you know.
Touch each other's
Thank you.
butt every now and then. But I've been married
No
for a year and
licking.
a half. Been with the same girl for 10 years. But I've got married friends, right?
Yeah.
And they use this terminology that I don't use in my life. They'll say, "Oh, I've been in a slump. We haven't had sex in a while. Whatever." Some of them are months on end. And I know single people can also go on slumps.
There's slumps. Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
I've slumped.
Right. But I don't think I asked her yesterday. This is really relevant because because someone brought it up, and I was like, "Babe, what's the longest you think we've gone without having sex?" And at first she answered for our entire relationship, 10 years, and she's like, "Oh, maybe 3 weeks or a month." And I was like, "Wait a minute. You mean before we were married?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "No, since we've been married." She's like, "Oh, okay." And I don't think it's ever gone more than like 10 days. So I don't feel bad about that as a married
No, you
person.
should feel
No,
real
it's
good
gonna-
about it.
And,
And
you've been together
multiple-
for 10 years too.
Right, but multiple time weeks. So I feel pretty good.
You did pretty good.
It was like
know,
yesterday.
I mean,
You did.
Which is accurate.
Hey, proud of you, buddy.
Thank you. Sometimes unprotected.
So
Oh my.
You can't air it. You can't air it. You gotta restart. She'll listen to it.
all right.
She's definitely gonna listen to it.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm not the host.
This is the junk drawer. Is that how you
Oh,
guys
this
do
is
it?
our first drunk drawer episode.
this is our first drunk drawer.
Yeah.
Our
Because
first-
when we first came up with the idea, I couldn't talk, and I still can't.
I
And I
see.
said drunk drawer like over and over. So
See how much I drank? You
officially-
guys are slow.
you gave me this entire mason jar.
No, I
Yeah,
did not.
this,
it was at the top of the B.
That
This-
was-
this,
that was
this,
new.
this bottle was full.
Yeah.
Well,
Right
a lot of
before
it
we
was
started.
here.
I mean, this is why we're getting into it early on. Are we cheersing again?
I'm gonna refill first. Let's not make this about my penis and my awesome wife. Thanks for listening, babe. Let's talk.
Proud of you.
She might.
She might listen.
She might. She won't know how.
We're gonna put it on
Get
iTunes.
Yeah, no,
We're gonna
I
do
just
that.
got
Get it
Podbean.
on there.
Just got Podbean. I have everything in MP3. Did that yesterday. And
Nice.
after this, I'm going to upload it.
Just, do you ever, random thing, do you ever listen to ESPN Talk Radio in the afternoon?
No.
We're changing gears aggressively
Oh,
unless
it
we're
is-
I like
talking
it.
about
I like it.
100%
unless we're gonna
sounded
talk
like
about
Scott
athlete
Inez.
sex.
Is that good? Is that bad?
I don't like them.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fuck
No,
Scott.
because like
Can
when
I
he
say
gets
fuck?
excited, he's
Say
like,
fuck.
he does it all the time.
Oh,
Like a
I didn't
Charlie
wanna do
Kelly?
that. I didn't want to
Kinda,
do
yeah.
that.
That was a poor Jerry Seinfeld impression. If you want to.
Well, no, because
But
Scott
I'm just
Inez
saying,
is a
like-
way higher pitched voice than Jerry Seinfeld. It's like because it's not like airline food. What's up with that? It's more.
No.
You want to hit us with a Bane? You trying?
Yeah,
to hit us with
do
a
the Bane.
No, I'll wait for the appropriate movie.
Hey, you know what
moment for
movie
that.
I like? The one with Bane.
I didn't even like it.
Isn't Bane so cool?
Man, I
yeah,
wish someone
no.
could do an impression of Bane.
You can't force it. The shit
Well,
has to be
Fuck you.
organic.
Yes, I can.
Has to be organic. We have to be talking about something. I have to feel the moment. I have to know what I want to say, and I have to execute.
Okay,
Well-
so now we're gonna start the annual impression circle for the first time on the Drunk Drawer show. Here's my impression of Owen Wilson being told he says "wow" too much. Wow.
Wow.
That
Oh,
was
wow.
Now Bane.
Oh god, that wow was weak.
Wow.
It's better.
That's not bad, yeah.
The first time was a little bit like kind of tipsy.
You
I
were-
was just
you were
doing the whole
worried.
thing, yeah. Was it
You were
nervous?
scared.
How'd you get my
It was just frightening.
I'm gonna
It was
hold on to
frightening.
it, 'cause I got
Should-
time.
Keep it in the chamber.
Because if I can use it right, it will get a reaction.
That's fair. Well, I have something I'm very interested to talk about, even though Michael is so far behind all of us.
Yes.
Favorite Marvel cinematic movie? We're getting ready for Infinity War. Black Panther dropped yesterday. What is
Anybody
the?
seen that yet, by the way?
No,
'Cause I need
No.
to.
no,
I
I have
haven't
not
either.
yet.
I need
I
to.
had,
We should do it after
I'm
this.
pro.
I'd be so
blacks.
down.
I had.
Since when?
Recently, I saw the preview and I went, "I'm gonna turn this around." I was very anti prior.
No, I had one guy who I work with. He's a big Captain America fan, and he says Winter Soldier is his favorite movie of all time. Oh,
What?
Winter Soldier is one of the best ones in the MCU. Chill.
Obviously, I can't respect anything you say for the rest of the podcast or your life.
It's okay. We can't respect anything you say now.
People know me, and they
Wait,
think,
wait, no, but what don't you like
Tiny
about
wiener,
it?
Tiny
no,
wiener.
I didn't say that. He was just saying
But
it's the
to
best.
say the best,
To rank that
Oh,
number one,
okay.
great movie. Love the movie.
What
But
would
he
be
was
number one
saying
then?
my number one is Guardians 1.
Ooh,
Volume
okay.
1.
Okay.
For all of Marvel. I know. I didn't.
well, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk.
I can
finish
I
your
can
story,
almost
finish
agree
your
with
story.
anyway. Yeah.
Michael.
No, but he said Captain America Winter Soldier is his favorite, which a lot of people put it in their top 3.
It's definitely a
So,
super good movie.
It's in my top 7.
That's
I-
really not
top
saying
5.
much. I
I'd
was
top
going to say
five.
I put it in my top 3, so
Yeah,
Well,
it's
you're a
a-
buffoon, so no big deal.
it's okay. But he said
Kiss.
Black Panther is like just literally right there, just hitting at it underneath. Like it's
It's
on
gonna
the
be
Playing
good.
with the
precipice of
balls.
being up there.
It has some of the actors that I like.
Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman's almost 40.
The Black Don't Crack, son.
I'm
they
I'm
don't
aware
get
of
old,
that, but
Michael
like,
B. Jordan,
he brings
is
it to
my
an
dude.
He got yoked. He
was already
full
for
of-
Creed.
but still, like it's
very
more now.
jacked.
He's swollen.
I like him a lot.
He's swollen in the
Are they
body.
making a Creed 2?
I believe so.
I actually
Is
heard
it going to
they
be
were.
called Creed 2 with arms wide open?
I like that.
No, it's gonna be called. I don't know any of their other songs, so I don't.
We're the on wide open.
Creed 2, Take Me Higher.
How many fucking Creed songs do you know? Mike actually likes Creed. We just figured this out. Scott Stapp's a local guy, by the way.
He is.
I saw him.
He's also a crazy
No.
person.
Yeah.
did.
No, I did. My friend.
No, I
Luke-
believe that you did.
Yeah, my friend Luke loves Creed because he's not from here. He's
How do you
from
be a
England.
friend with that?
Because he's from England. He doesn't know better.
That doesn't help.
What do you
also-
mean? Great rock and roll.
He's
came from
also
England.
really
I don't know.
handsome.
I'm just yeah.
He's very
he's-
handsome.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's his problem.
No one ever told him he was wrong.
You're
Things
allowed
came
to
too
like
easy
Creed
to
when
him.
you're pretty.
Yeah.
Got it.
You're allowed to do anything when you look good.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know how many songs I've played at different bingo and game nights because a girl's like, "Oh my god, will you play Migos?" And I'm like, "Your boobies are big, and I'm gonna do it."
I like Migos.
Like 7
no, you
times,
don't.
right?
Don't say that.
Do not like Migos.
I couldn't pick his song out of a lineup.
Actually, it's their song because there's
It's-
3 of
I
them.
know there's multiple, and I didn't
Oh,
know that
that's
either.
more than one person?
I didn't know
One?
that either because they are the Migos,
Amigos, like
Oh.
they're
short
friends.
for Amigos. Because
That
Got
I
it.
thought was actually clever.
That's actually
It is
yeah. That's
clever.
kind of cool.
That
It
was
is
clever, but I didn't
They
know.
definitely weren't the people behind that, though.
Probably not.
If
Quavo
you've
is
listened to
one
their
of them.
songs,
I found that out
he's
last
a former
week.
athlete.
Who?
Yeah,
Quavo?
college quarterback.
Why do you know that?
Because he was on ESPN one time and he's
Sports.
got a fucking gun.
You keep coming back to ESPN. All
I
right,
don't
this
know
is a
what's
sports episode
This
now.
is, it's a low key sports episode.
Sorry, Josh.
Josh knows nothing about
what is
sports.
I like refs.
You guys play that weed tennis?
Please.
I played Wii tennis. No, I haven't. I've played Wii bowling.
We played it naked.
I have played Guitar Hero for sex.
What?
Wait, like you
Yes.
played it and then got sex
Forced.
because you
There's
did
a
well?
story.
There was a
here.
challenge. There was 2 guitars, me and the girl that was dating. I don't know if we were dating yet. I hadn't put her in the circle yet.
Right.
She was just allowed to be around, but we were battling.
She was allowed to be around, and I was allowed to be inside.
Was this
Those
wife?
are the two.
No. This is before wife. She knows about this chick.
Okay.
She knows about this chick, but like
So when she listens, she won't be upset about this part.
she'll be upset about the other stuff.
Yeah, the other part.
But yeah, we played Guitar Hero, and it was like it started out the concept, strip Guitar Hero, but then it was like, let's turn this into sexual.
Competitive.
And then I had sex with her.
Nice.
I mean, it's anticlimactic.
Did she win or did you win?
I did. I was better
he
at
had
Guitar
sex.
Hero than her, for sure.
Who came first?
Always me. And that's a forever. That's a forever. If you don't get yours, that's on you. You didn't try hard enough. You didn't concentrate. That's your fault. But this girl, I'll give her some props because she also was the first person to introduce me to Steak and Blowjob Day. And this is relevant because Valentine's Day was 2 days ago.
Steak and blowjob.
See,
Day?
I
never heard
already
of
see
it?
that Pat doesn't know what that
Oh.
is.
I don't know what that
I
is.
am unfamiliar as well.
Okay, so here's
Wow.
what happened. Foolish me. I'd only been seeing the girl a couple times, had already converted, thank you, Guitar Hero, and it was Valentine's Day. I'm a little nice, and I was stupid. Took her out on a date. Should have avoided that and took her out on the 15th. Obviously, that's what you do if you're not being serious.
You live and learn.
Right, I did from this. But we went out, and she was like, oh my God, this is so great. I'd never been out on Valentine's Day. I was like, oh, I'm fucked. Okay, stupid. But a month later, she took me out to a steakhouse. We went back to my place, and she blew me. And she's like, I'm like, what's going on? She's like, this is Steak and Blowjob Day. Thank you for taking me out on Valentine's Day. I was like, well, this is a thing? And I brought it up a lot of times since, and it's not a thing, but
It was
it's
for
definitely
her.
a thing.
some people think
I
it's
see,
a
I've,
thing.
I've heard of it.
It was
It's
for
real.
her.
It's real.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
make
learn
it up.
about it until after I was dating someone, so I've never got to partake in it. But
It was cool.
Can we?
It's
just
nice.
One. Amber,
uh,
I'm waiting.
March 14th.
It is March 14th. It's
your
1
move.
month after.
yeah.
It's your move.
Longhorn has a deal, Amber. You'll save some money, $24, and then the blowjob's on you.
That is also free.
Can't recreate that.
Pat will pay for the steak if it makes it any better.
That's definitely true. Anyway, we were talking about Marvel movies.
We were for
Oh,
a
yeah,
minute.
that's a
briefly.
For a
So, Josh, hit us with your favorite Marvel cinematic to this juncture.
Don't be wrong.
Don't be wrong.
Well, I can't. I can't be wrong.
Is it because you're a straight white man?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
I don't know. No. Well, I'm what?
Sis.
Oh yeah, sis as well. I don't know. The one you said.
Don't steal mine.
I like Winter Soldier.
Don't steal
But I also
mine.
like that one. I also like
But you
Guardians
gotta
of the
like
Galaxy.
your own shit.
Those
You
are the
can't-
two that I would have picked.
No, it isn't.
Yes,
You
it
would've
is.
said
Winter
Iron
Soldier
Man or
could have been your
something.
number one.
Stop.
Yeah. No, somewhere either that or
I liked Civil War better than
Guardians.
I liked Winter Soldier.
I agree.
Wait.
with
Oh no,
you.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
This
I
guy
like
hasn't
Civil-
even fucking seen the
not.
movies. He doesn't know.
Look, I like Iron Boy and Wolvercat.
Which ties back in because I did watch a porno named Wolvercat, and the bush was extreme.
I don't know if you're kidding.
They filmed it on the University of Michigan campus.
Yeah. No, I think
He
Civil,
didn't
Civil
have,
War I
he
liked a
didn't
lot.
have
And,
claws to shave it.
I don't know if it's Guardians 1 or 2 though.
Well, for me, it's Guardians 1 because it led to Guardians 2.
That's fair.
The music,
Oh, the music in
relationship
Guardians 1 was
between
perfect.
it was big.
Seamless.
but I'm gonna go outside the box here. You know my favorite's Guardians. I don't know if it was my turn to go, but
It's your turn.
it is. But I think for me, and this is recent, a close second, which bumped down my other favorites. I did like Avengers. I did like Civil War, and
Oh, you're gonna say Ragnarok?
I am gonna say
Really?
Thor Ragnarok because here's
Okay,
why.
No, hang on.
Yeah, just
Go
no
ahead.
spoilers for.
Oh shit! I won't say a thing that'll ruin the movie. In fact, it may make you want to see it.
Thor's my favorite, so I'm just.
It
And he didn't see Ragnarok.
shocked me. Well, how can Thor be your favorite if you didn't see the goddamn movie?
Because I lost my job, and I don't have
You
expendable
have
income.
2 jobs now. Just
They still don't have money to pay for
fair.
anything.
I'll give you $8. Goes. It's actually at the dollar. No, I'll give you $1.50. It's at Redbox.
It's not out there yet. It's not
Thor
out there.
Ragnarok changed, in my opinion, Guardians changed the genre a little bit.
I agree.
Obviously, Iron Man changed the genre way back.
Yeah.
And then since then, Avengers then changed the genre again. And then I thought Guardians did with the music and the comedy. Mm-hmm. You didn't see as much comedy. Iron Man made jokes, Robert Downey made jokes, but it wasn't like comedy. And then Ragnarok.
It was
happened.
lighthearted moments.
Right.
Yeah.
Ragnarok changed that. And I laughed, and then I had feelings, and I'm like, my wife liked it, I liked it. Didn't know that director. He had done other things. I've since watched his other stuff. It's good.
What else did he do?
He did this. He works with the dude from Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
A lot. They're buddies. They're personal friends. They're from the...
That's why he's the
New-
one.
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
He's in it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a face roll.
No.
But he has a face role in the other movie about vampires. You got to see
Oh,
it.
What
What
We
We Do in the Shadows.
That's theirs. Yeah, that's their. That's his.
What
movie.
We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I masturbate only in the dark. Can't turn the lights.
Can't
on.
turn the lights on. That's weird.
Thor Ragnarok.
The soft glow of my
Top 2.
my laptop screen.
Skip Mike because his opinions are shitty, and go to Pat.
Wait. I want to go back to Thor Ragnarok. Real quick,
Yeah.
Because I feel like it didn't change the genre. I think it feels just like a continuation of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I agree with that, and they even no spoilers. You'll get it if you've seen them.
Yeah.
I agree with you that there's a link between that, and I think that's on purpose.
No, I
Well,
would
that's
agree
the
with
thing
that.
is, I
yeah.
feel like you can argue that it changed the genre because even just without seeing it, if you saw Thor and then saw Thor Dark World and then saw how Thor Ragnarok was composed after Guardians came out, then it definitively.
Well,
changed
the reason
Well,
I-
I'm saying Guardians did change it. I'm saying Ragnarok didn't change.
The reason I would
Ragnarok
say
is the
Okay, I thought
is the
you
product
were-
of change.
Ragnarok
Gotcha.
is the third in that run. It
What
goes
I-
Yeah.
Guardians, Guardians 2, Ragnarok.
I
And then
disagree.
Infinity War is
Yeah.
going to change it, or Black Panther possibly changes.
I
it.
think you're not going to see the same comedic. I think Black Panther is going to be back to the norm. I haven't seen it, but just from what I think that one's going to be back to the line of the seriousness.
Yeah, I
of
agree.
Avengers.
I think it's going to
Well,
be cool.
So what I'm gonna
Like, just
say,
based on the soundtrack. No, really,
Incredible.
I think it's just like cool.
what I'm gonna say is, I think Ragnarok did change the genre, and the only reason I think that is because James Gunn is the one that made Guardians that
That's
way.
right.
There's been nothing else that was that lighthearted. So in seeing the success of those films, committing to Ragnarok, making Ragnarok that way was a conscious effort by the Marvel Universe at
And that
seeing,
director.
Exactly.
I don't know his
that
name.
director
You're gonna fuck it up. Don't say it. That's
so
racist.
Yeah, whatever.
Person.
He's not black. It's not the big deal.
He's kind of.
Is he kind of black?
Who are we
middle.
talking about?
The
The
director,
director of Ragnarok.
Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to
he's
say
got
it.
a-
There's a
I
lot
have
of
no idea.
vowels.
he has an alphabet soup name.
He was in the vampire movie. He
really?
directed it and he was in it.
Well, regardless, I think that was a conscious effort of Ragnarok to shift to not. I mean, they're obviously backpacking off of Guardians, but at the same time, to make that conscious effort with that kind of character, and especially in a World War Hulk movie, which is what it basically was.
Yeah.
That could have went super dark and went the other way, and it didn't. I think again that Ragnarok made that decision, and it did change the genre for that. Guardians has always been
you might be
from
right.
from movie 1 to movie 2, it was still lighthearted and whatnot. But to do it with a staple
So
character,
you're saying it changed the Thor genre, or
No, it
he's
changed-
talking comic book as a
I
whole,
think
really.
it changed it as a whole.
'Cause
Because
Marvel kinda dictates
Guardians, when James Gunn was like, I want to do a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Marvel was like, who the fuck is that?
Nobody knows who that. We wrote it and we don't know what that is.
Yeah, and they were like, we don't even know what that is. And he was like, I want to do this. And they were like, this is going to bomb. And then it
Killed.
didn't bomb at all.
no?
But don't you think some of that, and Ragnarok used it too, is the music, being
Absolutely.
woven? So
Oh, yeah.
Ragnarok had excellent music as well, whereas I'm not saying the scores of the other Marvels weren't good, but they certainly didn't have that high level soundtrack.
Well, and it's
kind of
it's
feels
super
like-
high energy too.
It's integrating pop culture that can end up bringing in people that don't know anything about it.
Well, and you
That's
got to
another
look.
thing, too.
That's true.
It's definitely applying to different movies as well, because like Baby Driver. Baby Driver was a very heavily, but I haven't seen it either. But I know
cool.
that
I
it's
saw
very heavily soundtrack driven.
It
he
is.
listens to music while he drives, and that's what focuses him.
Yeah.
So it's another movie in that Guardians-esque feel.
Yeah,
that
where
is
music
just
is the
super
key.
soundtrack driven.
See, that's the thing I think what they're doing now, especially looking at Guardians, looking at what Ragnarok, what was the big song for Ragnarok that was in all the trailers?
The Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
Immigrant
Yeah.
song.
Yeah,
Immigrant
yeah.
song. You already know that you got a Thor movie coming out. The young people are already interested.
Yeah,
You toss Zeppelin in there. The
Oh,
older
I
crowd's
loved
just
it.
looking at it and like, yo, Zeppelin.
That's right.
That looks crazy.
But that's
'Cause
the-
that's the way that they say it.
and to me, that's the genius of
That is how they
Guardians.
say it.
He used a 70s and 80s. And one was all 70s, right?
Yeah.
And then two went all 80s, I think. Is that,
80
is that right?
late 70s, early
Late
80s,
70s,
yeah.
early 80s.
God, if No Scrubs isn't in the third one.
I mean, it should be. It should be. I don't know if it'll go 90s because the mom might have been dead already.
She was definitely.
I don't know.
She died in 83.
But like even now, last night we were at Duffy's and
Yeah.
Brandy's Looking Glass came on. Looking Glass is the
Looking
brand.
Glass, Brandy.
Band.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Gentleman Jack is mushing my words up. Fill it up. Fill it up. Looking Glass is the artist. Brandy's the song. Every time I hear it, I get the memory of the movie. I want to sing it like Kurt Russell sang it, and I fall in love all over again with the sea I wish you had the ability to play that right now. I would sing along with it.
Probably could.
I mean, I have my phone over here. While Josh has
No,
his phone, too.
don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, to
copyright
backpack.
You
off
think
of,
darkness? I can't.
to backpack off
I was
of
trying to rip.
that. I was born in the
I
dark.
was born in.
You sound like a dying bird.
Oh, baby.
You sound like Bane and Sean Connery had a fuck baby.
That was what I was going for.
He was Bane in the porn version, and that's. I think the best
Strawberries.
Marvel cinematic movie for me, and I mean, again, this is backpacking off of everything that's already been said, but Volume 2. I love Guardians Volume 2, and for me, it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more of an asterisk next to it, but even you have said it. It was something I watched in the movies, and I had an extremely emotional reaction because it hits on stuff that's very personal to me as a person. Again, Mike hasn't seen it yet, so we're trying not to
You
spoil
haven't
anything.
seen Guardians 2 either?
Oh, that's right.
Money
Why
issues,
is he
money
here?
Don't you have it, Pat? Don't you
It's
have
on
it?
Netflix.
It's on
I
Netflix.
do
it is?
have it, but it's also on
Oh, they just
Netflix,
Give him
and
your
it's been on
password.
Netflix. He has
I have
Netflix.
Netflix. That I do have. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
He just lets his girlfriend put on Boy Meets World all night, and then he doesn't get to watch.
Is it weird?
Hey, they're
that
into
I'm
the
not
fifth
really
season,
about
though.
that show anymore?
That's fair.
I'm not.
You're a grown man.
Right, but
obviously.
like people talk about that show like it was so great, and I watched it when it was like actually
On.
live and happening.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, fucking, the fuck, Fred Savage and Ben Savage.
Ben
or
Savage,
whatever.
yeah.
Ben
I could do with no savages in my life. Just
We could get rid of all of the savages.
I could be savageless.
Don't let Logan Paul hear that. He is the savage.
I only know who he is from recent stuff. I didn't know he was.
Oh, he's a
thing.
maverick.
It's okay.
That's
Let's
his
not.
thing. That's like his
let's
clothing
stop
line and
this
stuff.
now. I don't want to. I don't want to get into this.
Why? He's the best thing that
That's
has ever happened.
Nope.
think I
It's
like
done
that
now.
Yeah,
person.
you're
we're gonna.
you don't.
Guardians.
We're
2.
gonna stop now.
Guardians 2.
Yeah, Guardians 2 is it for me.
The Coke.
And even you've said, Craig,
Drunk drawer.
Is that
What?
drunk drawer?
But it's only me. But I'm cool.
I mean, I'm getting there.
I
I'm
got
catching
driven
up.
here.
You did.
My face is hot with liquor.
You've liked it upon second and
That was
third and
hot.
fourth viewings.
Guardians 2 grows on you because at first, but remember, I'm a person who thinks Guardians 1 is like their almost arguably their favorite movie next to Dark Knight. Right?
Yeah, depending on
comic
where-
book movies. 'Cause
depending
for
on
comic
where.
book movies, for me, nothing touches Dark Knight.
Dark Knight's amazing.
Guardians
Yeah.
would be second for me, over, but that's spanning DC to Marvel. And then Guardians 2, the first time I watched it, I was like mad. I was like, oh, it's not as good. And I was pissed. And then I watched it a second time. And then the music, I started listening to the soundtrack separately of the movie.
The sound. Once you get to the soundtrack
shit.
afterwards, you're like,
It's great.
It's
Oh.
great. Yeah.
Because James Gunn ties in that music with his movie so well.
it's so great.
He makes comedy mesh with serious moments and the real character development of, again, you have to like comic books and like the genre to get that deep level.
Yeah.
But like my wife doesn't read a single comic book and love that movie.
Yeah.
We're two different sides of it.
Volume 2 for me was the pinnacle just because it had, I feel like it had all of those things. It had that emotionally charged stuff and it also had that fun, zany. You know, my biggest fear going into it was that they were going to overuse Baby Groot. I was like, oh, babe, he's going to be in every scene. He's going to be in every scene and he's going to ruin the movie and I'm super nervous about it. And they used him perfectly.
That
He's in
opening,
there oh my God.
Is it Mr. Blue Sky?
Yeah, Mr. Blue
By
Sky,
Electric
ELO.
Light, by Electric
ELO,
Light
yeah.
Orchestra.
ELO.
That was a song I had definitely heard.
I knew.
before,
Yeah.
but I now listen to with glee because all I can picture
It's Baby
is
Groot dancing.
Baby Groot dancing, and I'm like, these are the kind of moments where you know you made a good movie.
Yeah.
You know you made a good movie when a memory can stick with you. Every time I hear Brandy,
Dun, dun,
every time
dun,
I hear
dun, dun,
Mr.
dun,
Blue
dun,
Sky,
dun.
I'm feeling it, and I'm like, yes.
Sun is shining.
That's why Marvel is crushing.
Yeah.
Disney, Marvel, whoever you want to call it. Marvel Studios.
Marvel's crushing.
They are absolutely crushing. DC's just flagging. When Christopher Nolan said he wasn't going to do any more Batman movies, they were screwed. They were screwed.
Zack Snyder, boo.
I mean,
So,
and you
wait.
know what? I
Well,
used to like him.
they're trying to catch up to Marvel, and Marvel had an extra
10 years.
what? Yeah, but they had an extra 5 years, 6
More
years.
than that.
It wasn't that many.
2007
It
was
was
Iron
it
Man.
was a lot.
08 I
to
thought was
start
Iron
the
Man.
to
or
start
maybe
the
08. I don't remember.
to start the
Was Hulk
DC
first or was Iron
canon.
Man first?
Well, it
Of
depends
the
on when
real-
you claim
Yeah,
they
it's Iron
started.
Man.
Well, no, the
Well,
Edward Norton Hulk. That's still
DC
canon.
says their canon started with Man of Steel, and that was in
2012.
2012
It's
I
not
think.
as good though.
Well, yeah, because they
I
already said
liked
that
Man
the
of Steel.
Ang Lee
I-
one is not canon.
Yeah,
I
I know they
didn't
said that one.
hate Man of Steel. I wanted to like it more than I did.
I like
but I
Henry
didn't hate
Cavill.
it. I like Henry
Wait,
Cavill.
wait,
I
wait,
don't
hey,
like.
He's
Gotta-
my Superman,
I
not the
gotta,
cripple.
I gotta jump in here for a second. Sorry,
No
that's
cripple could be
great
my
time.
Superman.
Great time to jump in.
Sorry.
Am I still not allowed to have a Marvel movie opinion?
You said yours, and you said
No,
Civil War.
I didn't say
No,
Like a
Josh said Civil
Fair.
War.
Does anyone use that as an insult anymore? By the
And
way,
also, it
Fairy,
wasn't
I don't
Civil
think
War.
so.
It was
Fairy-
Winter,
okay,
it was
got
Winter
it.
Soldier. You're
Pull it
drunk.
back. You're not a fairy,
Thank you.
but he is.
Spider-Man 3.
The best, the pinnacle of filmmaking.
I'm sorry, but
I
when,
was so
when
upset.
Tobey Maguire is dancing with his emo swoop hair and just feeling it,
I can do that now, by the way.
God,
you like
nothing
it?
is better
I do
than
like
that.
that. I don't.
Flaming pile
let
of
the record
Sam
show.
Raimi garbage.
His hair is shit.
I got it. It looks a little bit like a mullet
Good
right now.
shit.
It's a little
Some good
mullety.
shit.
Are you-
We can
girls
jump
don't like
back
that.
into why
Some
Man of
girls
Steel
do.
was
You're right.
Man of Steel. I agree. Man of Steel was it was.
I never saw
wanted
it.
to.
I never saw it.
I wanted to like it more than I did.
What are you guys doing? You have to
Well,
see
no,
all of them to have the opinion.
seen
No,
all
no,
of
no,
them.
No,
I've seen all
this
of
is
them.
America. I can have opinion and be
They
uninformed.
completely.
Yeah, you're right about that.
There's so much
I
of
own
what
Man of Steel.
Superman is that they don't care about, and that's very, very.
You-
they
His-
tried to make him
cannot-
too much into Batman.
You can't cover comic book content in a movie. It just doesn't happen.
That's true.
You have to make the movie your own, just like what Nolan did.
I agree.
He didn't go deep. You know Batman better than anyone at the table. He couldn't do all of Batman.
No.
He couldn't
And I'm
do
not
all
Well,
of
and
it.
he took pieces of different Batman stories and put them into different movies, like the Bane, like Nightfall, that breaking of the back thing. That's so much more in the stories because he didn't do anything with Azrael and
Nothing.
Dick
They-
Grayson
'cause
becomes
he didn't wanna
Batman
mess
at one
with that.
point, and like it's such a deep, convoluted story, and they didn't even touch that. Like they weren't even involved in that, and I mean, you have to pick and choose, but I think one of the things Mike is talking about and something that sticks with me in the Superman stuff is just that his mom is such a dyke.
Huh? Diane Lane?
She's
She's a fucking 1972 dime.
well, not okay. She's such a bitch.
Well, yeah.
She's such a bitch. She's
like
just
the
like
Bush?
like the thing with I'm gonna use because I can't remember anything off of Man of Steel off the top of my head, but
You're gonna quote
in
Batman Superman.
Batman Superman.
Don't do that. That
when
movie's
she
not good.
says that you don't owe them anything. When you don't owe anyone anything. That's the opposite of everything Superman is taught as a child. That is the epitome of wrong.
But you're using a bad movie that was poorly made.
But it
poorly
was
put
by the
together.
same guy that
And he
did
was taught the same
movie.
thing in Man of Steel.
I know that,
Wasn't
but
that the whole
we don't-
point?
we
Is
don't
that
wanna make-
he's like a tormented soul, not a god that is
It's
like
all the same
deciding to
canon.
be.
That's why there's a lot of
true.
things that's wrong with it. That's what I'm
DC
saying.
has not gotten their shit together like Marvel.
No.
But I'm
Ben
not
Affleck's
saying,
such a good Batman. Just throwing that out there as well.
Yeah,
I
he
want to
is.
get my
you
point
know
out
what?
there.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
What?
gonna have
Finish
to
Man of
dis-
Steel, and then I'm gonna
Sorry.
just
Yeah, you
destroy
can
you,
hold
as
on
a
to that,
person.
but you won't because you can't win that one.
I can win.
If you obviously haven't seen Justice League
I have seen Justice League.
because he's phoning that shit in.
He phoned it in
hard,
real bad.
He
'Cause
was getting.
He doesn't want to do it anymore.
No,
he
he doesn't.
does not.
That's clear.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Now
he's made that.
Jake
was
Gyllenhaal.
Was he? Really?
That's what they're saying.
I'm
Matt
cool with
Reeves'
that. 'Cause
short
I'm
list is
pro Jake
is
Gyllenhaal.
Wait, hold on. Did you say that Christopher Nolan's series is canon or isn't canon?
It is not canon.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
I was gonna say because that would be weird.
What do you
'cause that
mean?
Means if Jake
Nolan's
Gyllenhaal becomes.
Nolan's
Nolan's
Batman
trilogy-
does not count towards DC's canon currently.
The
Oh, I know
universe.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I was
But
double
that's-
checking
yeah,
because
that's-
like, did Bruce Wayne and Maggie Gyllenhaal get it on?
Incest. Which, by the way, is
Inception.
pretty good porn. What?
He said incest. Shin.
Other Christopher Nolan movie. It ties together.
Didn't
It's
like.
all a circle.
I know we're talking a lot about movies. I thought Dunkirk sucked. By the way,
Oh, I didn't see it. That makes me sad.
movie.
That makes me sad.
Some people said it was good.
I've heard some people say it was good.
Sucked. And I love Tom Hardy.
You do
He was
love
the best
Tom
thing in
Hardy.
that movie. He was great.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a tough
You mean
barometer.
Harry Styles wasn't good?
He was okay too.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, he was in it.
Kenneth Branagh brought it down.
Who?
Really?
I don't know who that
A
is.
classically trained actor? He
think he's an
actually
Oscar
directed
winner.
the first Thor movie.
I think he's an
Oh,
Oscar
really?
winner. He did actually direct it.
Yeah.
That's probably why the first Thor movie was kind of weak.
I didn't like it.
I mean, I like Thor.
It was
but he's
slow.
my favorite hero, so
was
it's like
super
I'm kind
slow.
of like obligated no matter what to when I see his movies. I'm like,
I'm gonna tell you something. If Ragnarok didn't happen, I'd have never watched another Thor.
Yeah.
Dark World, I thought sucked.
oh, I like Dark World.
Dark
Yeah,
World was
you would because you have bad opinions like Civil War's top 3.
it
Got
was
him.
okay.
No, Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier.
Winter Soldier's
Soldier.
top 3.
And that's
I
not
don't
even
have
his
either in
opinion.
my top 3, so that's fine. What do you mean?
That was someone else, right? You're talking about someone else
I
who
thought
said
he
Winter
said
Soldier?
he had.
No,
No.
I would still put Winter Soldier in my
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Fool.
Winter Soldier's a good
The
movie.
fact that you guys haven't seen all the Marvel stuff means like your opinions don't work right because you got to at least see
Well,
them all.
he hasn't seen.
I'm missing two
He's
movies
missing.
right now. Well, technically 3 because I haven't seen Homecoming.
What?
Homecoming
I
was so
haven't.
good.
You have to see these.
I own it.
He literally owns it
I just
and
haven't
hasn't seen
sat
it
down
yet.
and watched
I
it.
don't understand.
I get it. It's hard to dedicate 90 minutes to like just do one thing and not distract yourself.
not
I'm
that
not saying
hard.
that's
That's not
sarcastic.
true. I love
No,
movies.
it's hard for me to do. If I'm by myself, I can't do it.
What?
I can't sit down and watch something by myself.
When I had the
need to,
flu
like,
early
in here
this
someone
year,
else here.
because the
see,
flu
that-
goes
Well, that's
around.
different.
I
You're
watched
sick.
so many movies.
That's like not even a fair comparison.
All right, fine.
Because when you got the flu, what the fuck else? Are
I'm
you
a
gonna
busy
do?
guy. You guys know that. I'm going to see Black Panther this weekend.
To be
I will
fair-
make
That
it
too,
happen.
and I just don't have the money to do it.
Craig has 3 businesses and still is caught up on the Marvel universe.
And I will see back Black Panther. Yeah, I do the wedding thing too.
Oh, that's right. That's
The
right.
Black Panther is going to be. I need it. I
Yeah.
need it. I like the character so much in Civil War.
Oh,
And I also like Boseman as an actor. 42.
We should go after this.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
She's coming to get me.
Yeah, it'll be
She can drive us all.
That's true.
Gentlemen, shrink really fast. Let's do another one.
All right, what
we're
else
gonna
you got?
talk-
What else you
we're
got?
gonna
We all
talk-
know our favorites.
Well, Mike, we didn't really get to
Hey,
your favorite.
don't
you
need
guys
to.
need to get Movie Pass, so I have people to go with.
I do want to get that, but
I can
gotta
still go to the movies.
hope
Yeah,
that this
can
thing,
you?
Yeah.
It just has to be old ones.
I
'cause then we
thought
have
of,
to pick
I
picks.
thought about buying the movie pass, but the problem was their app is busted, and maybe you can fix that as a very fancy developer guy. I tried to give them my monies on the app, and it kicked me out. So I have to do it on desktop, and that bothered me.
Yeah, that is a pain. Yeah, they're having some issues. I'm kind of worried that
Their
they're
website kicked me out actually a couple times.
See?
I tried to do it 2 or 3
Yeah,
times. and it
I'm
kicked
worried
me
that
out.
just about them as a company, so I'm trying to get it in now while I still
The
Yeah,
can.
you
value's
are.
there. They went from $50 a month to $10 to try to get a lot of people. They were originally $50 a month.
Yeah.
And I probably still would have done it then if it wasn't hard to pay them.
Yeah.
I like PayPal still. I know I'm like old and PayPal's broke,
I like
dead or
PayPal
whatever,
a
but
lot.
it wouldn't take my PayPal. Everything else takes my
I
PayPal.
was gonna say my girlfriend uses PayPal. For
People love the PayPal. But MoviePass said, and it spit it,
just-
out a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah, it just went back to the homepage, back to the homepage, back to the. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay. Yeah, they definitely have some issues.
Yeah.
Mike, what is your outdated Marvel movie of choice?
Yeah, because he hasn't seen 3 of the new 5.
So in the last like 5 years, what was
in the last.
He's going to say the
No,
Eric
it's-
Bana Hulk, and I'm going to punch his nose. I'm going to punch
I
the front of
already-
his
No, it's
nose.
Edward Norton Hulk.
No,
Duh.
I already made an Ang Lee joke. You did you ever watch Robot Chicken?
I did,
Yeah,
but
do you
not
remember-
enough of it.
Okay, because there's definitely one thing where they're talking about Ang Lee's making the new Hulk, and he's like, "No way, it'd be a big failure." Like, no way at all. It's fantastic. Google it. No, I would say my favorite. One of the ones that I actually really, really like. I loved Iron Man 2.
What?
I loved.
I feel like that movie was hot garbage.
No, I liked Iron Man 2 a lot.
I
That
like
was the one
3
with,
better than
Mickey
2.
Rourke,
Whiplash.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, with Whiplash?
Yeah, that one was trash.
If we didn't already know his opinion was dog shit, we do now. I mean, like,
I liked
fuck
3
off.
better than
I'm
2.
trying to-
3 was better than
I'm
2
just
because it
trying
had
not to-
Sir Ben Kingsley,
Oh my
who
God.
might be a knight or maybe not, but I said it.
I'm just
I
trying
think
to
he's
pick ones
knighted.
that you guys
I think he's
haven't already
knighted.
said.
We,
Trying to
there's
keep
there's
conversation
15 others.
Yeah, I know.
No
So
one said
many.
Avengers, which was groundbreaking.
Avengers, yeah, was
Yeah,
big.
that's true. I could have said Age of Ultron.
And well, I think Avengers 1 was better than
Avengers
Ultron.
1 is better than Ultron, but
I think that's uncontested.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We also haven't even touched on the outside, now inside universe of like Deadpool, Logan, which I finally got to
Right.
see.
Oh, you
But-
finally saw Logan?
Why
Did you
that
buy?
take
Did you
so
buy it?
long?
No, it's on HBO Go right
'Cause
now.
I want to see the noir.
I wanna see the Black
I
Alright.
think I go to more movies than all of
No.
you. I go to the movies
Catch
like
up on
2 or
on
2 to 4
canon
times a month.
Marvel first.
Do you? I'd like to. That's why I got Movie Pass.
wanna watch the
but I've only got a few
one.
The
people.
wife
Yeah,
and
that's
I,
what we were
it's
just
our
talking
thing.
about.
It's like we're having 2 different conversations. I like that.
Yeah.
This is very private, but because we're on video now and
Wieners.
we are on one of the videos,
We'll
So
remember. I'll isolate the
sometimes my
audio.
penis is really small. What?
that is also what I feel about mine. And sometimes it's pretty medium, and I'm like, wow.
I've never had the pretty medium.
temperature
It's
based.
like- it is super temperature based.
If I take a really hot shower, I come out and I'm like, whoa, long spaghetti.
Whoa. Whoa, long spaghetti.
It's real. And then I try to helicopter it in front of her and see, like, does this turn you on? Does this turn you on? Nope, got it. No,
I'm gonna stop now.
No, but if you keep trying, eventually it'll work.
she'll get it.
I always like to say that I am a grower, not a shower.
We all are.
And
Yeah.
it's not much of a growth. It's just like enough.
It goes from like half an inch to 1 inch.
I don't think I would like a shower. If
No.
we're being
What do you
honest.
do with that all the time?
Roll it up.
Do you have to mark
wear, like, a
it in
belt.
Saturday Night? What is Saturday Night Fever? That was it, right?
I mean, that is not Marky Mark.
No,
that is
which
John
one was
Travolta.
that? Yeah, I'm thinking of.
Yeah, those
You're
are
thinking
Same.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. That one.
wasn't his real wiener.
No, I know, but like he had to like in that scene, he just basically
but
like
think
rolled
about
it up
this.
into a little ball and it just unfurled.
That's true.
Yeah,
That was a fake
It was
wiener.
like that's not how wieners do that.
Think about dudes that have like 6-inch flaccid showies, and
Yeah.
when they're hard, they're probably only like 7.5, whatever, which is again average.
Yeah.
Well, above average, by the way. Above average. But
What is average, Craig?
I think
Five?
4.25.
I thought it was 5.
I think it's 4.25.
So you are.
I feel real good about myself if that's the case.
No, but
Are you talking about the Asian average? Or are you talking about just an average?
I was talking about just the average in a small village in Malaysia, where I have the biggest wiener. Because I went there, we all took him out, and it was like, this guy is our god. We will pray to him.
It's the average of Clarkson Middle School 6th grade gym.
Have you
You
ever?
shouldn't be measuring child penises.
Wow.
Tell that to Craig.
You're right. Wait a minute. The Malaysians were all of age. Their age of consent is 6, and they were all of age. You don't know. You know what? You're culturally insensitive.
culturally
You've
insensitive
met zero
and
Malaysians. You couldn't even tell me the Malaysian capital if I gave you $10 for it.
Kuala Lumpur.
Is that right? Can someone check that? I thought it was Jakarta. Is Jakarta a real city?
I think it's Malaysia City.
Somebody Google that. It's probably not Jakarta because I don't think that's the right country.
it's definitely not Kuala Lumpur. That's
Kuala Lumpur's a country, I think. Not
No,
a
I think it's a
city.
capital, but I think it's Indonesian capital.
Where's that?
Not
Speaking
here.
of Indonesia, Rich Brian.
Ew, he got it right.
Was he right? That's $10.
$10.
That's
I say-
$10.
I
You
said
said
10?
$10.
You said
Can
10.
someone roll the tape?
Can we go to the instant replay?
Damn it. You're getting all the small bills.
That's fine.
Hey, you can go see Thor now.
Yeah, you can see Ragnarok now. What are the odds that Kuala Lumpur was a capital city?
How do you know that?
Why do you know that?
$10 says that he wrote a category where that was the
You know
capital.
what? Hey, Google me Jakarta real quick. It's a capital of somewhere.
I think it's Sri Lanka.
Shut your mouth.
Why
10
do you
more
know
if that's
this?
right.
I'm telling you, he probably wrote a trivia category about it, and it's just something that's stuck in his brain.
Stuck there.
Indonesia.
Okay, so we were close. You and I together had
Together
one
we
good
were- yes.
answer.
Capital of Indonesia.
Yeah, fucking Jakarta.
Jakarta.
Nobody
$5
goes from there.
each for you guys. Out of my money.
We didn't say it. We didn't
Well,
know.
you said $10 again if I was right on Sri Lanka.
I would have done that. I would have paid you on that.
That's true.
Because Sri Lanka doesn't have a capital.
You're right.
I have no idea.
You said it with enough confidence.
Geography
though,
is
that I
my
believe you.
worst subject. Absolute worst subject.
Honestly, I just know
But
a lot
mathematics.
of stupid stuff that really doesn't make sense.
It's like random facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad we used to get these books for him. They're called Uncle John's Bathroom Readers.
What?
And it's basically got like a bunch of little anecdotes in it, but at the bottom of every page, if you're not interested in that story, just a little fact.
I know you're telling the truth, but it sounds made up.
Oh, there's like 50 of them. He's got like
And you just
17.
read them while you poop.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I
Before
highly
phones.
Before
highly
phones.
recommend them.
I bet they have an app.
Probably.
Let's find out if they have an app.
Okay, so what is
Your Marvel opinions are trash.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
moving
fine.
on.
Craig,
Are we
what is
still on
your
yours?
No.
No.
Craig, who's your favorite director of all time?
Oh.
Oh,
All time?
all
All
time.
time.
Go.
This is very difficult. This is very hard for me. I have a lot of movies I like, and Dunkirk really pissed me off.
Yeah,
Because if you had
it makes
asked me
so
prior
sad.
to Dunkirk,
Chris.
I would probably have said there's Nolan in there, there's Spielberg. I really like gangster movies, so Scorsese
Thank you.
has
Okay.
been so important for me that way where I will watch any of his movies. But then I saw the one recently with Liam Neeson and Andrew Garfield called Silence, and it was bad.
Yeah, I had no
Really hard to
no
get
part
through.
of me wanted to see that.
Well, I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I think that's what was happening. I was like berating some of you for not seeing movies.
Mm-hmm.
But again, my wife, I spend a lot of time with her because we like each other a lot,
Good
which is great.
Proud of
Don't
you. Good
marry
stuff.
someone you don't want to spend time with. Huge red fucking flag. Like if you can figure that out early, I know 50% of marriages end in divorce. It's probably because they actually don't want to spend time together. Maybe they fuck real good or something, but you have to want the other stuff. My fucking takes like 6 minutes. That's very short. And we just talked about what I once, twice, 3 times a week. That's 18 minutes. I have a lot of other time that we have to fill looking at each other. And we like movies and we like the same shows. And so I get to see a lot. But so Nolan put in my opinion, a turd with Dunkirk. Scorsese,
He was due for a turd, though.
He was, but Inception's like so good.
Oh my God,
And
I love
Memento
it.
was good.
Memento's
and obviously, the
amazing.
Dark Knight trilogy is really me, like personally.
Yeah.
Although I could like literally throw away Batman Begins. I could throw it away.
No, I
could.
like it.
No, I like it.
I could throw
It's
away
my least
Rises.
favorite of the
Son
three.
of a bitch.
Rises is
You're
the one
wrong.
I'd throw away.
Rises is much better than Batman Begins.
Negative. Disagree. Disagree. technically Begins is closer
Both
to
arguments
actual
are very valid.
to
You've
actual.
not seen either of the movies.
No, I've seen both. I've seen them both. No, Batman Begins is more of my throwaway, but it is very, very important.
You're back. You're back.
for
You're
the
very
story.
important to me now because you agree with me.
Batman Begins is
Wait,
closer
does that give
to
me another
what-
$10?
Actually, that definitely is not what's going to happen. he is a Jewish.
We got to make bets, brah. I didn't know I was going to lose $10 on this podcast.
I didn't realize you
But I
were
also
either.
didn't know Kuala Lumpur was the capital city of Malaysia.
You know
I'll
what?
never
You
forget.
know how you get that back? You
I
go,
will not.
Mel, what's the capital of Malaysia? I bet you $10 you don't know it.
it.
You get it back. That's how you get it
I,
back.
st- I still don't know what it is. What?
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur
Kuala
is a
Lumpur.
city where
No,
you
but
get a koala.
Oh, I like koalas.
Everyone gets one.
Can I have a pet koala?
One lump sum.
They're actually incredibly dirty, lazy, and
vicious.
Can I see the word?
Yeah, show it to him.
Because
on
I'm
the
not going to
Google.
remember it unless I see the word.
Why do you need to remember it?
He's got that kind of
I just
memory.
need to know.
He's eidetic.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
one.
real word.
He's pathetic? Is that what you said?
He is. He is.
Yes.
I remember what we were talking about. We got on a tangent, and I don't know how I remember because I've had a lot of that.
Favorite director?
No, you did that,
No.
and I segued, but we got lost because Pat, which again I'm still committing to my triumvirate of Spielberg, Nolan, and Scorsese, but you were bringing up Logan and Deadpool as
Yeah.
a sub
Oh, yeah.
A
set
sub Marvel.
of Marvel,
Oh, you're right,
and
you're
I
right,
think and I felt like it deserved because I saw the Deadpool. It deserved just like another minute because it is and it isn't canon
Yes.
at the same time.
Yes.
it's not storyline.
They've written those Wolverine movies in a way where they can fit in the canon. If
Mike's
it
not
was
seen them.
purchased,
Oh, yeah.
Mike has no idea.
Have you seen
He doesn't
Logan?
even
No,
know.
Logan, I haven't.
See, I fucking knew that you hadn't seen it. I could just know that.
The last one that Mike saw was X3. His
The last
favorite.
The
Stand.
Last Stand. X2, by the way, was phenomenal. It
was very good.
X3, dog shit.
It was
that
absolute
was
garbage.
terrible.
Flaming.
That movie
Get
was-
home from a long day of work. There's a pile of shit on the floor. That's how bad
And
it
it's
was.
people shit. It's not even dog
It's not
shit.
dog shit.
And
It's
then
my
you're
wife
scared.
letting me know I fucked up. Because that's what Puerto Ricans do. They shit right in the middle of the kitchen.
Can confirm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
When they're angry.
When they just shit on floors.
Squat.
No, they've written the Wolverine movies in a way that they can fit in the canon because he doesn't need to reference anything outside of that. They're very
He also doesn't
singularly
age.
based.
They can do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Although
Exactly.
Logan, spoiler, they do some shit that could ruin everything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the story.
I
so.
know you did.
I mean, you have to have. It's been like 4 years
No,
since
I
that
mean,
movie was in
even that-
theaters.
even
So
then,
With
I
Logan?
read Old Man Logan.
Huh?
Logan?
yeah, no, I'm over exaggerating.
Oh, okay.
But it's just like Mike hasn't seen a Marvel movie since he did not have
Yeah.
hair on his pubis.
Since we graduated
It's
high
fair.
school.
Yeah.
Very strange, but I
Yeah.
get it.
It's been a tough time.
Life,
gonna
life
s-
gets away from you. It
I'm gonna
happens.
give him some hints though. Like, there's obviously things you don't know. Like AMC does $5 movies on Tuesdays. Sundays you can go to $5 movies in Wakaiva. Like, apparently there's things you don't know that are very budget conscious.
Yeah.
There
You
are
could do
even
it
these
with, like,
websites that you can go to,
It's
and
like
you don't have to
free
pay
movies.
anything.
See, I got super anti that in college.
I get
so-
that. I don't
Did
do
you?
that.
Yeah, I didn't stream anything.
Yeah, he's a film student. So
Yeah. That's
I
why
mean,
felt
I was a
bad.
film student, and I just felt like they owed it to me. I was like,
You're right. That's a hard investment.
I'm a film student, and you want me to make movies? I
sense.
need to know what's
College is
going
now
on.
Going to college is now taking $300 a month out of me. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might as well.
Student
just
loans
start,
are a bitch.
Might as well just start streaming shit.
Yeah.
never
See,
have
I
to
like.
pay. Allegedly.
I like. I would like to pay for things,
private
but if I
ones you do.
can't,
You definitely
then
do.
I'm just gonna do that, and I'll pay you back later.
Yeah. But no, I think Logan was phenomenal. I love Deadpool. Super excited for the sequel.
What are the odds that
in
Deadpool
May?
shows up in Infinity War?
0.
0. I would go hard 0.
Yeah.
Really?
I would
One.
say 0.
Yeah, 1%.
1%.
1%?
Yeah. I'm a
There
contrarian.
is a possibility.
I was gonna say I'd put it at.
I don't
least
see
30
it.
I'd put it at
I don't
30%.
think it's gonna
Oh,
happen.
that's way too high.
I think it'll.
0.
I could see it
I-
happening.
There'll be. I think there's gonna be a surprise or two, but I don't think
Well,
it's.
no,
I think
I'm
there's
gonna
going to be a
think it's-
Captain Marvel. I think Captain Marvel's going to show up.
But that makes sense because that movie's coming out.
I'm
That's
aware.
Katie Sackhoff, right?
Brie Olsen.
Oh,
Brie
Brie
Olsen,
Olsen. That's
yeah.
right. Katie Sackhoff
Wait a
was the
minute.
one they
Is
talked
that her
about.
name or is
Brie
that the
Olsen.
stripper?
No,
The
that is
porn
also
star.
a porn star, but it is Brie Olsen is the
No, her name is
not
not
Brie
Brie
Larson?
Olsen.
Brie Larson. Oh, Olsen.
Brie Olsen is the one that dated Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, she got the HIV
And-
from him.
Oh,
She does not have
She
enough
doesn't.
money to live
No,
on that
she
because
doesn't.
only Magic Johnson does.
It's true. Money.
Brie
cures
Larson,
You bathe in it.
Oscar winner Brie Larson, who we
Who's
accidentally
maybe not seen her titties?
I
Maybe
have,
we didn't have
because of the fappening.
Deep
fakes.
No, not deep fakes. Fappening, pre-deep fakes, probably real.
most likely real.
Yeah, I saw some stuff.
That's all. I know that Justin Verlander and I are very similar in size. I feel good about that.
Nice. I did not see his wiener.
I
Who
did.
is that?
He is
Kate
a
Upton's
pitcher
husband.
who swooshes on Kate Upton,
Oh,
who
good
I'm
for
not
him.
attracted to
Really?
at all.
Super
She
attractive.
seems like a
She
very
has a
lovely
smush
lady.
face, big boobies, and no tushy. Zero ass. And I
Craig's
need
an ass man.
an ass.
Craig's an ass man.
I need it.
You do.
I want to touch it.
She doesn't have one.
To me, she's nothing. I watched a video yesterday of her falling off a
I
rock.
saw that as well from the
That
shot.
was literally the meanest thing you
She
could have
fell
said
off a
about-
rock, and I went, ha! She was, and everyone was like so worried, like, oh my god, she fell off a rock. We have to get her out of there, get her out of there. I was like, she fell off a fucking rock, big deal.
She fell off a rock in more
She
water.
gets paid $11 million to stand on a rock and have no ass. Big titties though, big titties.
You gotta have one or two.
They
right?
cushion the fall.
Most women get one or the other.
Yeah, and men too.
What is our other?
No, it's just both.
I got big
Oh.
titties.
And Mike's got big titties. He's
These
got a
titties
big
aren't
ass.
that big.
They've been
they're,
bigger.
They're getting smaller.
They've been bigger.
Yeah.
He's had bigger titties.
Yeah. How much have you lost now?
About 43 pounds.
That's a
Damn,
lot.
dude.
You
That's
were
solid.
Fat.
That's a that's a child.
Thank
That is a decent size. That
That's
is
like me when I was born.
that is an obese child.
43 pounds is like a 6-year-old. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a C-section.
It came out of my butthole.
Not
He was in
all
there
at
for
once, but
24
it did.
months.
You know, occasionally I feel like if I have a really good morning shit, I'll lose like 3 pounds. It's never that much. I've done I have a scale. I've weighed myself before and after.
Yeah,
it's like
as one does.
It's like 0.5. I'm like, this is disappointing. The effort I put
feel
in
so much
to
better.
creating that, I thought it would be voluminous. I thought we would be like
gotta
a
do it
5-pound shit.
Do it like a Chipotle shit. That brings out extra.
I don't eat a lot of Chipotle. It makes me poop so fast. What Taco Bell used to do to me, Chipotle does to me now. I've
That's the
aged.
thing is, I used to.
You're old now.
When
Don't even touch
Chipotle,
Taco
like,
Bell.
When
I
Chipotle
love it.
first got popular, like I couldn't eat it at all because it was literally just straight through.
Your sound effects are the worst.
Yeah, thank you.
You are so welcome.
They're accurate though for him.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
literally.
That is not what that sounds like. In living with Mike for a year, I know what his farts sound like, and that's not what it is.
Yeah, I've woken you up before.
That's accurate. We shared a wall, and one night I was sleeping and
you thought there was an earthquake.
woken up to. It was like
Thunderfire.
They-
Breaking into the house.
There was a time in high school, I don't know if we were going to a homecoming thing or whatever. Yeah, so we
remember
went to
this story.
homecoming and we were listening to some heavy metal band. We got out of the car. He had turned it off. Did not know that. He farted. I thought it was the bass drop in the song.
So you got strong farts, bro.
Oh yeah.
I do not have that.
Oh, I see. I don't burp though. That's the weird thing. I burp like once every 3 months, and it
Stop.
always catches me off guard.
It's a holiday. It becomes a holiday.
Yeah,
That's
I,
so
I
strange.
never figured out how to.
So your
burp. I can't
gas
do it.
only comes out one way and it comes out
it's
extreme.
It's a one-way street. You know?
Don't lie. You've had a dick in there a time or two.
I mean, no.
A shampoo bottle, whatever. Same thing.
Gotta cleanse.
You
the
explain
reverse end of
yourself.
a loofah brush. Just one time, just real quick.
That's fancy.
Oh, that just sounds
Now
so
that you
painful.
said that, it's like I should do that. It's like that's what the loofah brush is for. What else is it for? Nobody has to
to
clean
say,
their
really?
back.
Nickname yourself Oral B toothbrush.
They can't see me nodding except on the video because that joke was weak.
Hey, but you tried. But you tried, and that's what matters.
It was no my sooner joke. The other from
God, it was so good, and we can't even say it now because it would lose everything.
tell you guys
We'll
later.
wait for it to come up. They'll have like a sports. I think we've established there needs to be a sports show. This is not
Josh
a movie show.
can't be a
This
part of it.
says-
It's not.
I
This
can
is-
be there.
You
It
can.
says
can't
devolved.
Add.
Josh will have so many questions about so many things.
You
that
let me
he
drink
won't know
too
about.
much,
just don't know names.
too fast.
You're so welcome.
Okay, so like back to the movie talk. Josh, who's your favorite director of all time?
Oh boy. I want to clink.
You are drinking so fucking slow. All three of
What are
you.
you talking
Mine's
about? I've
mostly-
gone
What?
through half of it.
You were at the beat.
Mine keeps
I'm on my
That's more than
second
more than
one.
half.
I've drank
Mine's
more than
mostly
both of
water.
them.
So
Yeah, yours is basically water now.
Embarrassment.
It was a little bit of a pussy. It was a little bit of a pussy.
So Christopher Nolan, it's either him or I'm blanking on who did Scott Pilgrim.
Your mom.
And Baby Driver.
Your mom.
Balls.
Yeah, my mom. She's a good director.
She's great.
Oh,
she
dude,
directed
better
this
nerd.
is literally
Dick.
killing me right now because
No,
he was the guy
she
that
didn't.
was gonna
She
do Ant-Man.
Yeah,
In-
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. Yeah, I like Edgar Wright a
Nobody
lot.
knows who that is.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Edgar
All right,
Wright's
cool.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Not
it-
that good. Baby Driver was okay. Scott Pilgrim was better.
Yeah,
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim
Pilgrim
was
was
better.
one of my favorite movies.
Scott Pilgrim's a good movie.
Scott Pilgrim is amazing. He also
Spop
does all of
the
those.
Grim.
Oh, that's
Spop
another movie
Grim.
that I forgot to
Grim.
include.
He's
Ant-Man. Ant-Man's super underrated.
Oh, I like Ant-Man a lot.
Don't
No,
let this
it's-
guy
it's-
back on your show.
I'm not saying
he
it's
has
in my,
bad
I'm not
opinions.
saying it's in my top 5. I'm just saying Ant-Man was fucking good.
It was okay.
I'm in the
It was
system.
good. No, what I like. Oh no, your hair. What I like about Ant-Man is that it stopped just doing superhero
I
movies.
almost fell and I got a cramp
Oh my god.
at the same time.
How old are you, Craig?
Pretty old. Reached down to get my hat, which only the video will show. Mike knocked off, pulled a massive hamstring cramp, and then
I can't wait to see you hobble down the stairs.
Or trip. And just fall, just roll down the stairs. That's what you get for making fun of me so much.
Yeah, we got to get you to sign something.
you did it yourself by having bad opinions on movies that half of them you haven't seen.
To be fair, I'm gonna blame Mike as the reason you drank so much so fast.
'Cause
He
didn't
started out
drink.
with I was talking to this buddy of mine, and Winter Soldier's in his top 3, and you
And
were
I was
like,
like, glug, glug,
okay.
glug, glug. I didn't remember we were
Winter
talking
Soldier's
about
his number 1.
we were talking about this show before we were you know obviously today with the recording.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about different
Spitballing.
topics, and I'm like, it would be so funny if someone's favorite movie. And I think I said
You said
something
Ant-Man.
like that. I said Ant-Man.
You said Ant-Man.
And then when you brought up Ant-Man, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, no, the reason that I brought that up is because Edgar Wright was originally the director for Ant-Man, and due to creative differences, Marvel scrapped him.
Yeah.
And that's why they went with the guy that directed Yes Man instead, which is like, okay, but like, I want to know what Edgar Wright's Ant-Man
What his
looked
cut.
It would have
been.
looked like Baby Driver. From what I understand, there's a lot of sequences
Oh, yeah, I
in
guess
Baby
they are both
Driver
heist
that
movies.
looked like Ant-Man
Baby
scenes.
Driver was like, for me, a 6 out of 10.
I still haven't seen it, so.
You haven't seen any
haven't
movie
either.
that's come out in the last
I see
4
a
years.
lot of movies.
You're right.
I really do. I go to the theaters
I
a
saw
lot.
the Emoji movie.
Unless your girlfriend wants
Wait,
to
did
see
you
it.
really?
Dog shit.
It popped up the other day on Netflix. It's like added just for you. I was like, that's not for me.
That's because you watch fucking terrible stuff, and now I know that because your Netflix told us, and you confirmed it. You have bad taste in movies.
No, Netflix just gives you those suggestions whenever they add something. It's like,
Netflix only
you want to
suggests
watch
cool
this?
shit.
I was like, no.
Netflix only tells you stuff you watch based on other things that you like.
Netflix
Literally-
has never told me to watch the Emoji Movie, but it has told you that.
Literally, I just cycle through 3 shows when I'm falling asleep on Netflix, and that's it. It's That 70s Show, The Office, and Friends. That's all.
And
how
now
you got
it'll be
Emoji
the Emoji Movie,
Yeah, no,
That movie was
I have
crap.
not.
July 14th
I didn't see it.
or 24th. I don't know. I
I
forget
don't
when
know.
it
It's
came
already
out.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
so it
it's
didn't
out.
do well.
No,
What a surprise.
aren't they doing an Emoji Movie too though? Probably.
I don't think it did well, actually.
Money.
I really don't think it did well.
It didn't
I
do
can't imagine
financially
It was
well.
one of the bombs. So he's Edgar
Yeah.
Wright. I didn't commit. You said who? You
I didn't say
say.
anyone.
You.
I
It
was
was your
going around- I was
question.
going around the table.
So then go for Pat.
Pat,
Um,
favorite director of all time.
I love Christopher Nolan.
I knew that was coming.
Everybody
Yeah,
said him.
Nolan, he's awesome.
You don't
He's the next, in my mind, he's the next person to be added to that upper echelon. Like, if I had to pick not Christopher Nolan, I'd probably say Spielberg. 'Cause
Yeah,
honestly,
too many good movies.
Who's got more hits than Steven?
There isn't one.
There's not one. There's not
no
one. He's made
human
more
director.
money as a director than any like
Absolutely.
as far as like
That's right. But he
gross.
did jump into producing. Him and Lucas made more money than any others.
Yes,
But no
Are
one
you
here-
saying? Are you saying he's your favorite or he's the best?
he'd be his favorite if Nolan
he'd be my
didn't.
favorite if Nolan wasn't alive
Didn't
or
exist.
and,
Yeah.
and I think Spielberg is the top of the heap. I don't know if there's anyone that
he
does
is.
the craft better than him. And
He gets the
you
best
can look
actors
at
to
he
do
gets
their
the best
best
actors to do the
performances.
best jobs. He gets the most awards. He gets the most money based on like Tom Hanks has 2 Oscars, I think, and one of them is in a Spielberg movie. Yeah, didn't he get one for Forrest?
That's a
not-
Zemeckis movie.
Zemeckis.
Oh, Zemeckis.
I also thought that was
Oh, he's-
Steven Spielberg recently. Zemeckis is the guy that like
He got nominated
makes a ton of the
for
movies
13
that you
though,
like
right?
Back
and
to the
didn't know.
Future.
Yeah, Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
But you don't know
Future
it was
is Robert
him. You
Zemeckis.
like every movie he did, and you're like, who the hell is that? Robert
is that
Zemeckis.
guy?
He's if there was like a Mount Rushmore of
Oh, Castaway
of
was
directors,
Spielberg's, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
he didn't win for that.
Zemeckis
He was
would be
nominated,
fifth.
but he didn't
He
win.
wouldn't make Rushmore
wouldn't make
because
it.
everyone doesn't know him, but you love his movies.
I wonder how some people fall under the radar like that because
Because he has a terrible name. He has a terrible name.
You think it's all in the name?
yes,
Yeah, Steven Spielberg, George
No, that's a
Lucas.
great name.
Alliteration.
George Lucas
Christopher
is a good name.
Nolan.
George-
It's
yeah.
very.
Martin
It's got to be.
Scorsese.
Everyone
poignant.
knows it because they don't know how to say it.
Zemeckis, yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Yeah, it depends how you talk.
No, I don't say I'm right. I'm saying you could argue
Yeah,
over that.
exactly. Yeah,
Literally
no,
all
the thing is,
day.
it just no matter how you say it, it rolls off the tongue.
Zemeckis has
Scorsese.
definitely been under the radar, minus being incredibly
If it was
rich
like-
and making great movies.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If it-
But
I
in,
honestly
like,
think-
name recognition.
Going by Robert Zemeckis is what hurts him. I think if it was like John Zemeckis, just be like, John, you know
those
John?
one-word
yeah,
names.
Oh my
it's-
God, I think you're right.
I think Robert does
has a
him a
terrible
disservice.
first name.
I think it does him a bad, like George
I mean,
Lucas.
it works
George,
with Martin.
very simple name. Christopher,
'Cause he has
super simple
Scorsese.
name.
Yeah.
Steve, simple name. Like it.
But he doesn't go by Steve. He goes
Robert.
by Steven.
Yeah,
Right,
but
he doesn't
everybody
go by
calls him
that.
Spielberg. He's
They know it's
Spielberg.
a
Yeah.
Spielberg movie.
It's not, and it's a Scorsese movie. It's
That's true.
Christopher Nolan, but he could.
Right, he's
it's-
not a Nolan movie.
No,
he's a
it's
Christopher Nolan movie.
But I think if Zemeckis if he didn't go by Robert, I think Bob would even still do better than Robert.
I don't think Bob is.
Bob
like-
Bob
Zemeckis.
sounds like it's going to be a comedy.
I wouldn't watch a
Okay,
Bob
bye.
Zemeckis
Okay,
movie.
there,
But
Bob.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
Bob,
Bob.
you want a piece of
I
pie?
think
Yeah, I
the
love
thing.
some pie, Bob.
I think the thing that doesn't make him famous isn't the Zemeckis.
I mean, he's famous, but
But
not,
well,
not like,
you
But
know
in
what
the
I'm talking
same-
about.
same
not
level.
enough where he came
in the
up until we were
pantheon.
trying to figure it out.
in the pantheon of
Who's
of
your Rushmore of directors? You get to
my
pick
top
four.
my top four?
You get four.
Spielberg's one.
Uno.
I'd have to say Nolan makes he's my four.
Dos.
He's my four.
Oh,
He's definitely
so who's
on
two
there.
and three.
That's a tough call. That's very difficult because there's just so much.
Right, but you don't.
Mine would be weird.
I like Scorsese.
All your
Weird
opinions are
because-
turning out weird.
They're
That's
bad.
true. That's
They're
true.
really.
But no, it's a lot
subpar.
of just things that like I grew up on that like just have like sentimental value that make it in there.
What does that mean?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Spielberg would be on my Rushmore.
He's on everyone's
That's the
Rushmore.
thing.
He's-
He's
Uh,
like George Washington. You cannot do the Rushmore if you're not
He
going
was
to put
number
George.
one.
He was
yeah.
number
Well, I mean,
one.
one thing that's actually cool is like you were mentioning like if it's a Spielberg film. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing that we're
Yeah.
saying. I took a class on Steven Spielberg while I was in college.
Yeah,
It was-
because if you're in film school, there would be that, and
Well,
there
yeah, no,
wouldn't
it was,
be
it
for
was
other
like an
directors.
option like to take a class based
There's
on
no
like,
Edgar Wright class.
film genre.
not
So I
yet.
took a Steven Spielberg class because that's
Not ever.
the genre that was focused at.
Right.
Not even a genre.
That's like if you're in
But that's the
lit,
thing.
it's Dickens. You know,
Exactly.
you take a class.
One of the
Shakespeare.
things that like was phenomenal in that class is we watched a lot of Spielberg movies, and then he showed us a movie, and he's like, "Was this a Spielberg film based on what you've seen previously?" And everyone's like, "Yeah," and it's like, "No, he produced this film." But everyone's like, he had so much hands-on work on this film that everyone just assumes
like
he
made
directed
it one of his.
That was Poltergeist.
Yeah, but that's
Oh, everyone thinks he secret directed
he
it.
did not.
I know he
actually
didn't.
direct- He technically didn't direct it, but he directed it.
Yeah.
well. I
He
mean, you
guided
put
its
your
process.
if you're a producer on a movie, you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, most
because
of
then
them
you go,
don't, though.
I'm giving you all the money, so you're gonna do what I say.
It's true.
And that's why Edgar Wright left Ant-Man, because they were like, okay, this is what we want. And he went, well, how about we do this? And they were like, oh, you're fired.
I know we transitioned hard into directors, and no one brought up the one that made the most money, Cameron. He knows how to make.
He knows how to
the
make a movie,
blockbuster.
but
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good
he-
storyteller.
I don't.
I don't think he's
disagree
a good
with you.
storyteller.
He does his
He
thing really
doesn't
well.
make the best.
No, he
movies.
does. Cameron Blue is a thing because of him.
Yeah.
that's a gel filter. That's something I learned about in film school. They're like, if you want it to look blue and you want it to look fucking blue, you use Cameron Blue, and that is 2 full blue filters over the light. Cameron Blue.
Yeah.
It's just blue.
But you cannot argue with results.
No.
The guy
No,
has
no.
made the blockbusters. It was Titanic, which I actually didn't like,
No.
Yeah.
and I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah.
And it was.
And you like Leo.
I love Leo
Yeah.
as an actor. But then Avatar. He breaks all the records, makes the movies that everyone wants to see. Terminator.
T2.
Come on. And yet no one probably calls him their favorite.
Well, it's
No
like
one.
I don't think he's a great director. I think he needs a different title because
You're right.
he only did Titanic so he could actually go find the
underwater.
Titanic.
'Cause
Yeah.
That's like his hobby.
So he made the movie as a way to do that.
You're right. He's like a massive concept guy.
he's
Yeah.
well.
Well, because and then he,
Again.
like the best CGI was Avatar.
Avatar's
and the movie
amazing.
was whatever. But
Yeah,
it
the
really
looked
wasn't.
The movie was
amazing.
Fern Gully. It was Fern Gully. Let's be real.
Fern Gully, Smurfs.
I really think
like
Avatar could have been
Pocahontas.
any movie. It's just he had a vision of how he wanted to produce
But it was-
and make
oh
it.
yeah, and
Beautiful.
It was beautiful.
I
now there's a
remember-
whole world going in.
No, I
It's
remember.
kinda cool.
In,
It is
oh yeah,
kinda
it's already
cool.
in.
It is
yeah.
kinda
It is
I
kinda cool.
got in high school. I got in an argument with someone because she was like, James Cameron deserves the Oscar for Best Picture
Negative.
because he put his life's work in Avatar. I was like, did you
Didn't he-
even see the Hurt
Didn't
Locker?
he get it for Titanic? He got it.
was
Best director, didn't he?
I don't-
I think it was Best Film, but I was
Maybe.
like, did you even see the Hurt Locker?
Who was that with?
Monet.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's Catherine Bigelow got it for Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
She's the only
Ex-wife.
not the only, but she
Ex-wife
she is the
of James
ex-wife.
Cameron.
The first female director.
Yeah, no, but the Hurt Locker was a
Better storyteller than her
phenomenal
ex-husband.
That was a really good movie. Yeah.
Agreed.
That's the only reason Cameron doesn't make my Mount Rushmore is because I feel like to be a director, you have to be able to tell a good story, and Cameron doesn't tell good stories.
Yeah,
he
so-
makes a fantastic, visually appealing film. does dog shit storytelling.
Yeah, he's like the junk food of films.
Yeah.
Like it's fun, but it's not gonna last.
not
okay.
gonna-
Well,
it's
how
not
many
gonna
how many
you up.
times have you watched Avatar?
More than I'd care to admit.
Mine's one.
Well, hold on.
I've seen it.
Time out.
Yep.
For me,
Yeah,
I didn't care
I think
for
we
it.
watched
So-
it together.
Yeah.
a poor man's Steven Spielberg in my mind would be someone like a Robert Zemeckis.
Okay.
Like he's
I
a
can
little,
get
he's
with
like a
that.
step down. Okay, my poor man's James Cameron is Michael Bay. Disagree.
Oh, okay.
Well, just do the Transformer movies look amazing?
They do.
Yeah.
You're right.
Does he
Visually,
have a
the guy knows-
fantastic?
he does.
Does
His
he do
special
great
effects
visuals?
are in-
Absolutely.
There's
Yeah,
no
but
one's
see, that's
better.
the thing is, if
Garbage
you wanna,
storyteller.
If you want to go ahead and go that route, even
Yeah.
more, like what kind of proves it, he did Armageddon, didn't he?
Yes.
Bay did
That's a Bay
Armageddon.
movie.
Yeah,
How many times have you watched
Armageddon's
Armageddon?
trash.
Once.
0.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen it. You know what?
I make
I'm-
fun of
I think
Armageddon
I've
at
seen more
trivia all
movies
the
than
time.
All of you.
Yeah.
I've seen all of these movies.
I think
Armageddon.
I think
I make
Michael
fun of it all
Bay
the
is
time.
like the Jake Paul of movies.
We're
Ben
not
Where
gonna-
Affleck.
no, seriously, it's just like give me money, money.
Is that same dude?
One of them.
It's his-
That's all it is.
It's his brother.
Well, their songs are like he literally has a song where it's
I
just
don't
buy that
know
merch.
you
The
two.
whole thing is just that. It's just give me money, and
bad
I think
at
that's what I feel like
YouTube.
Michael Bay because you look at
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
Transformers
He's
movies.
in it. I'm not in it. That's why we do this together.
I actually
He
like
takes
the
that
Transformers
stuff.
movies. Oh no.
No, the first ones are good, but then they just turn into product.
Anthony Hopkins was in the last one. What?
He's great.
What's he
I
doing?
love Anthony Hopkins. Dying.
He's dying. Currently
Dying.
In process.
Okay,
Oh, he's
so,
Odin or what?
Back to my Mount Rushmore. Because my first one on it is Scorsese. I put Scorsese in over that because Goodfellas is my favorite movie of all time.
Spielberg second then, obviously.
Spielberg is number 2. Number 3, Stanley Kubrick.
Ugh.
I
Can't
love
do it.
I love Kubrick's work.
Can't do it.
And then I think my even weirder one
I think
is
he
number 4.
gets. I think he gets more credit than he deserves.
Oh,
You're-
he didn't
you're
get-
right.
He
He's
literally got
wrong.
no credit.
What do you mean he got no credit? People talk
many-
about him constantly.
But how many Oscars has he won?
Because he hasn't deserved a one.
He won one.
Name,
he won technically for cinematography. That's
Right,
it.
but name a movie that's worthy of best director.
I mean, I love A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, Space Odyssey was the only one that I could make an argument for, but I don't know what beat it out.
Yeah.
So
We'd have to Google
The
it.
Shining
Yeah.
is also phenomenal.
It's okay.
I like The Shining.
I think The Shining's overblown.
It's
as well.
actually
Fair.
mad slow.
Yeah.
Like
It's
if
super-
you watch
I
it,
think-
you will sleep 45
It is
minutes
pretty
in.
slow.
It's so slow. And Jack Nicholson's I actually like Jack.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the greatest actors, and obviously the Oscars have shown that. But
Yeah.
that movie is slow.
When was it made?
70
74?
something.
They were all slow. You watch the original Star Wars and they're boring.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I know I like them, but,
I haven't-
but
I
try
don't
to
know
show
the
it to
last time I
someone who
watched-
hasn't seen Star
that's
Wars
right. I need
before,
to get those
and it's
back
boring
from
as yeah, I got it. It's right in there.
Okay.
Okay.
You
so
know, I don't
my
know.
number
It-
4.
Well,
It's
I
kinda
would
slow.
disagree just based on other. Like, I'm now thinking of other things, and I know that this is slightly after, and this is just. I mean, I think it's 84, but I mean, Indiana Jones
Indianapolis
was-
Jones.
was. I do not believe that that's a slow. I can't tell you the last time I watched Raiders, but Raiders is fucking awesome, and
Well,
that
to be
is
fair,
very
Raiders was
close
still
to.
the slowest of them all, I think.
Yeah, I
So,
agree,
wait a minute,
but
what are you saying?
I'm just saying that I disagree with all the movies in that time were slow because shortly after that, there's like Raiders and stuff, and I don't think that
Yeah,
was.
but that's after
no.
that time.
Yeah, but
I'm saying
I mean,
like pre
started in
I don't
pre
even
80s.
agree with all the
Yeah, I
70s
think
are
there's-
slow. I think there's some major shit
Yeah,
that
that's-
happens there.
I agree. And
I mean, I'm sure there's some
think
I haven't
some
seen, but I
general-
think there's a lot more slow
some
movies.
generalizations
All right.
Well,
Who's your
wh-
fourth? Your
what are-
weird one.
because we're already weird.
Because I love him so much. Mel Brooks.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I think actually that's not that weird.
No.
And the amount
Mel
of
Brooks is my idol.
the guy's won nearly every award there is to win.
Yeah.
Tonys, Emmys, Oscars. I don't think he has a Grammy.
I
He
don't know-
might
I-
actually. He
I
might
don't
have the
know if he
EGOT.
has an Oscar.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I think he got one for score.
Maybe.
At
Yeah,
least.
I'm not sure. You
I think it
Google
would be
that.
an-
I'm not
I
gonna
think it
put
would be
$10 on
a-
that one because you could be right.
No, I don't.
Because I don't know if he's got the EGOT. I know Barbara Streisand does.
Yeah.
I know Whoopi Goldberg does.
Yeah.
But I don't know beyond that. I don't know.
My argument on yours would be Kubrick. Honestly,
Yeah, it really
Kubrick
is.
would be my argument. I agree. Mel Brooks. I think Mel Brooks is the reason that Seth MacFarlane can be Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go back and watch. I mean, there's an argument right there. You can argue, Young Frankenstein, History of the World. You can argue.
No, he does have an Oscar.
Yeah, it was
What's
for.
it
Was it
for?
for a score?
Best writing, story, and
Yeah.
screenplay for the producers.
Then yeah.
I mean,
of,
there's.
of one of his worst movies in my mind.
Is it the Emmy he doesn't have because he never fuck with TV? Is that what it is?
Golden Globes nominee?
Yeah, he's won a lot of shit. He's won a lot of
Primetime
shit.
Emmy nominee.
he's got-
nominee.
It's probably the
Winner for Primetime Emmy for Mad About You.
He might have an EGOT then. He might.
That would be a good question.
He definitely has a Tony. The producers want
be-
11 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Grammy that he might not have.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he might not have one of those.
They just
But-
give
Yeah, no,
those
he-
away.
he
They
got-
give 60 of them away a year. Like you could
they?
have one if you just tried it.
I might.
You're
I gotta check my
fucking
closet.
failure.
It's kind of funny thinking about how different of a time we used to live in because he was nominated for Best Original Song for Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
that
movie, though.
that movie would not hold up in
That
today's
movie would
climate.
never
Oh,
be
it would not
released
work.
today.
No.
Have you watched the TV version, the edited for TV version?
No, the last time I watched it was I watched
They
the
cut
40th
everything.
They would have to.
Didn't
Everything.
they use the N word a bunch of times?
a whole
in the
bunch of
original?
times. They used just about every racial slur in that
They
movie.
did.
No,
That was on, but he was so like
But he
on
was
the
an-
nose.
He was an
for
equal
humor.
opportunity offender. He
That's right.
offended everyone equally. He defended black people, white people, Jews.
Big time
Jews
on the Jews.
worst.
Because
and
he
was a
one.
Jew.
I mean, that's how it is. I mean, you have to do that. Comedy is that way.
The last time that I watched that movie, and that's the reason why I won't watch it again, is I watched the 40th anniversary tour of it that he was there and had a live Q&A after it.
Ooh.
So I can't top
With
that.
millennials.
I can't top that. No, it was mostly old people. It was
Good,
like,
good.
I was, me and
The
my
millennials
sister,
would skewer him.
Me and my sister
Yeah.
were the only people there, and he did hint that he has the script for Spaceballs 2, The Quest for More Money, written. He's just waiting to get the deal done.
I mean,
So-
that's.
I would
I would see that.
so much.
I've
I would
read
see
it.
that.
I've read a few times that he's moving towards production on that.
Yeah, it's just you've got to get the people together and John Candy come back from the dead.
Well, that's not going to happen. That's
Resurrect
Did,
him.
not gonna-
didn't Bill die? Oh, no. The other Bill died.
the other Bill died. Yeah,
Bill Pullman's still
Pullman's
alive.
still alive.
They took the wrong Bill. They did.
they took the wrong one.
And by they, I mean Jesus.
Okay, so we've discussed directors. Top, what's your actor Mount Rushmore look like? Because there's a bevy, and it honestly
Shit.
can be. I mean, my one that I feel like most people would agree with, and I think should be on most, is Tom Hanks. How do you not put Tom Hanks on your
He's
Mount
on them
Rushmore?
all.
How do you not?
He's on everyone's top 4. He's so damn likable.
He
Well, you can put
really
Tom
is.
Hanks
Except
on
for
all
Mike
of
Spillane, who doesn't
Who-
like
No, I love
anything
Who
good.
thinks Tom Hanks is a communist?
I
And
love Tom. Have you seen The Terminal?
that is
have.
literally that is
actually have as
literally
well.
just the
I said that on
worst.
purpose.
I
I
think
said that on
Catherine
purpose.
Zeta-Jones was in that.
She's
She's
sexy.
fantastic.
She's super
I mean,
hot.
I didn't hate
She
that.
was hot.
She
She's
was.
actually pretty gross
his,
now.
His foreign accent was not very good.
Really bad.
Yeah.
I don't
But he's Tom
remember.
Hanks.
But he
You
knows
do
how
what
to
you
dress up like a lady. So fine.
Oh yeah.
The bosom buddies.
Oh my God.
I mean, you
Turner and
also-
Hooch. I love Big. Oh, Big's so
Everybody,
good.
I mean,
You can make the same argument though for Leo. Everyone will argue that Leo belongs on there. I personally I like Leo. I don't know if he's on my Mount Rushmore.
I'm gonna say this. It's controversial.
Ooh.
If we're going top 4 actors or actresses, I'm not gonna name a lady, even though I could. And I know we're in the hashtag Me Too or whatever it's called
That's a
or
different
whatever.
thing.
Is that different?
very
I don't
different.
remember.
Yeah, that's for sexual assault.
Right. But like ladies are important now and they weren't. But, but like I know Meryl Streep is a good actress, but I don't go to Meryl Streep movies.
No.
And I'm a movie goer, right? But I'll watch her movies. I'm not going to lie. At home, if I don't have to like spend the $12 a head, which is a movie date for me is $50. It's me, the wife, the popcorn, the soda, whatever.
Right.
So like I'm not going to a Meryl Streep movie.
No,
But
it's not
I-
worth it for me.
Right, but I'll see him at home. She's a
Absolutely.
great actress.
She's
Most
wonderful,
nominated
amazing.
person. She's
Ever.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually think she's worthy. But the first reaction I have when you say name your top 4 actors, which really it should be people that act, to be fair.
Well, actor is
It is
a
technically
plural
both, but
term.
it
It's the
isn't.
generalized term, yeah.
But like she is the best. She's the most nominated of all time.
She's the best in the sense of hardware, but
Right.
that's like saying
That's
Tom
right.
Brady is the best quarterback ever to play.
But he
you have to
is
take
now.
Well, that we'll get into this on the sports talk,
There has
but
to
you
be a
have to
sports
also
one.
take into to
Football.
concept.
It could be all sports.
Hockey.
You
You
could
just named 2 of them, but
Tennis.
one of them doesn't count.
Oh.
Whoa.
Tennis does count.
Okay. It's just hockey, right?
Doesn't count.
God, the Flyers suck.
Not only do they suck, they play a sport that no one cares about.
I like hockey, Pat.
I hope you die in a fire, like
might.
all your Jew brethren.
I might.
I don't even care.
Ooh, that got real dark.
And
You'll feel real
demonetized.
sad if I die in a real fire.
You
That's
would
probably
feel so
true.
bad.
That's probably
You'd be
true.
like, I willed that to
You
be.
did this to him.
I put that out in the universe.
I actually do like hockey. I do think it deserves to be one of the major 4, but
it's
it
just
is,
not.
it
It's
is
too
4th.
fast. It's honestly too fast for
Fourth.
people to. The puck's too small and it's too hard to track.
Is it,
I get
wait,
it.
What are the 4?
Basketball,
Football,
baseball, football, and
You
hockey.
said that in a dumb
Oh,
order.
okay.
It's football,
No.
Well,
American
I didn't.
football.
I didn't
It's
list
basketball,
it.
football now.
It's not.
It is.
Basketball
No.
makes more
Dollars.
money.
Basketball
makes more money.
You're wrong.
They're,
No,
they're,
that's
no, they're,
literally
The
they're
most
opening up
valued
an E-League,
teams.
too.
You don't need to read your Forbes.
By valued teams, yes, but by the
Viewership,
organization
by-
itself making the most money, the NBA is number one.
No way.
Yeah.
The NBA is
It
above
is.
the
Well,
NFL.
they're expanding. They're expanding into e-games too.
I don't even
esports.
believe you.
Orlando Magic has an E team.
I think you're
Do
wrong.
they already have one?
I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
You are
I'm
wrong.
definitely not wrong.
No, I
The
mean,
NFL makes more money than any of them.
Disagree.
I mean, we
Disagree.
have the internet.
You have
Then
to
how would a
you
NFL
guys-
team be worth more than an NBA team?
Because that's valued upon in that they have this many players on a team, they have this many sponsorships, they have this.
But that's like
that
valuing
is all
a
taken
company.
into
Apple's worth
account.
more than Amazon or whatever. So that's a fact.
Well,
right? So how are
let's-
you saying
So
if the 32 NFL teams are worth more than the 30 NBA teams? How are you saying
global.
it doesn't matter global?
there
It's
is
money.
It actually does matter global because China's a big proponent in the
But
NBA.
dollars
and
are
dump
dollars.
money.
It's like it's not. You're
Well,
not worth.
I mean, if they're Chinese dollars, are they really?
Is it really more
Yuan.
profitable than the American
Well,
dollar?
but
which
the
it
only
is
crypto
actually?
I have
think
that's
you're-
working is
you're
in China,
both wrong.
so-
If you looked into it, I think the NFL has more money than the NBA as a whole.
Gonna look it up. Talk
Yeah,
amongst
I
yourselves.
don't know what you're basing it on. You're not basing it on team valuations. We know that.
No.
'Cause
Yeah.
Soccer comes in second to
Yeah.
NFL.
Yeah,
Yep.
soccer's
NBA
massive.
is down. Baseball beats NBA.
it really?
The lowest NBA team is still worth a couple of $100 million. You that's real. That's the friggin' Charlotte Bobcats that Michael Jordan was able to buy.
Yeah.
No offense to Michael Jordan, but I mean he could not afford the Dallas Cowboys that are worth $4 billion, or
Absolutely
the
not.
Patriots. But that's all recent. I don't know where you're getting that shit. I know. Again, this is for the sports issue. You should just cut this shit.
Well, I'm still interested.
Just cut
We're
it.
not
You're
gonna.
not.
We're not.
I
Gonna,
am because
This is
it's
by
money.
revenue. It goes football, baseball, basketball, Premier League.
I don't know what metric you're using. Revenue.
I read
total
some
value.
Well, I mean,
TV
the
deal.
fact
Nothing.
Their TV deal is more expensive than the NFL's.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, basketball just wasn't it a couple $100 million from ESPN like 2
Right.
years ago?
And do you even want to know what CBS paid?
I have no idea what CBS paid.
$3.5 billion.
Oh, they're getting fucked on that deal.
I mean, again, I don't know where you read it, but NFL, the only reason they keep being this successful, I don't even think they deserve it, to be honest.
No, they don't.
They
The
don't.
product is kind of turned to shit.
It has. And all the big talk of the downturn, they crank dollars out.
Yeah.
They crank them out. The TV deals are obscene. And NBA did make the newest, biggest deal they've ever made, but it paled in comparison to the NFL.
I say give it 10 years.
Oh,
Give it 10
maybe
years
I'm
and the NBA is
maybe I'm
higher.
equating it to player salary. That might be a thing.
Player salary,
Yeah.
NBA has the highest.
Yeah, that
but
might
they
be what I'm
also only
equating
have
it to.
14 players a team.
Yeah, which is obscene.
So like
get
Steph
paid.
Curry's $40 million a year deal is much bigger than any NFL player. I would hands down, you're right on player salary.
That might be where my brain is.
I think so. And I would make the argument that the NBA players deserve it. They play a lot more.
I disagree. But anyway,
Just wait until you get to soccer.
Hockey
stuff.
guys deserve their money.
yeah, they don't get it though. The highest
entirely
paid.
true.
Well, the highest paid hockey player right now, I believe,
year?
was Connor McDavid's hits next year, and I think he's at 13.
Yeah, Ovechkin used to be the highest.
Yeah, and he was 12 a year.
But you
Crosby's
I know we have
9.5,
somehow
10.5.
transitioned. You should
Wait
just
till you
split
get
this
to-
Okay,
into two shows.
hold on.
No,
well,
this
let's
is
circle back
drunk
around real quick because I had a
We talk
point.
about whatever.
I had a
Right.
point.
This has to go under a separate thing.
I had a point to make with bringing up Tom Brady.
Fix it because they were wrong.
Yeah.
No, I had a point to bring up about Tom Brady. He is well, not even statistically, but he is like categorically in the sense of awards won, Super Bowl victories, MVP, the best to ever play the game. But you have to take into account guys are faster now, guys are stronger now, guys are bigger now. It's a different game now than it was before. So to put him in this upper pantheon, I don't think Tom Brady is the best at adjusting in game. I think Peyton Manning was the best quarterback at adjusting a mid-game plan. But there's so many different outliers to that it makes it difficult.
I want you to be right because I'm a Peyton,
You're a Peyton fan.
first and foremost.
Well,
but
this is the thing. I think if you want to go that argument, would Tom Brady be as good if Bill Belichick wasn't his coach?
no,
See,
it's a hard no.
there you go. Would Peyton
But
Manning
Peyton had
be,
good coaches too.
But does that make
But
him a
that's the
worse
thing is,
player?
Peyton Manning also had different coaches.
He did.
He had multiple coaches throughout his entire
If
career.
we were looking at
Josh
them,
McDaniels is a douchebag.
he is
You-
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Player to player, I used to be able to feel confident when I was saying Peyton Manning was the finest specimen to play quarterback. Could make the adjustments at the line, could make the throws, but then he won the Super Bowl as a Denver Bronco by accident.
Yeah,
He has
his
nothing to
defense
do
won
with
him the
that win.
championship.
Tom Brady makes shit happen.
He does.
Again, he lost this Super Bowl, but won the Atlanta one with
Yeah.
that magic that he has. And it's hard to deny there's no one that's won 5 other than Charles Haley, and Charles Haley did it on 2 teams.
Yeah.
He did it with the Primo Cowboys and the Primo 49ers.
But circling this back around to
Meryl
actors.
Streep.
Yes.
To
I think
Meryl
Meryl Streep is the best in the sense of, look at all these
Accolades.
awards I've
Yeah,
won.
in accolades.
But I don't
On
know if
paper.
you can
You're
equate
right.
that to
It doesn't
her
equate
being...
to money either.
No,
She's
that's
not a
true.
blockbuster
She's not.
draw.
She doesn't make super good money.
But I'll
Because
say
she does
this.
those
I mean, that's
weird
Daniel
movies.
Day-Lewis is a fantastic, phenomenal actor
stole my
who
thing.
makes no dollars.
Well, no, he personally has made
makes
money.
dollars.
He is also, fun fact, take this home, win a drink at a bar with it. He is the only person to have 3 best actors.
Yeah.
But there's one human with 4.
Oh my.
Who is it? And I gave a hint by saying human because obviously it's a lady.
It's a lady.
He knows it already. But can Spillane... It's too old for both of you.
I'm not gonna know it.
It's Katharine Hepburn.
You didn't give me enough.
You weren't going to say that. You don't know who that is.
I
I do
definitely-
know that. Breakfast
You
at
do know
Tiffany's.
this.
He's seen those movies.
That's
He just
Audrey.
hasn't seen anything
that's
current.
Audrey.
That's Audrey.
Oh, Hepburn.
That's okay. You know
Yeah.
what? You were
Everyone
actually a lot
does that.
closer than I thought. So
Everyone does that.
I'm again buzzed. You know.
I'm super buzzed.
You're very
Dude,
buzzed.
you have to cut this fucker like
You're-
16 minutes
you're-
ago.
Oh no,
Buzzier
this is
than me.
all.
This
going
is all going on. This is all going on.
You know what's okay? We're on a podcast, so I can say this. My wife
Yeah.
shared with me. Dak Shepard just started a podcast. I'm pro podcast. I have my own. Check it out on iTunes. I want business.
Pump your stuff, man.
I'm gonna pump my shit.
Do it.
Bump your shit.
It's on iTunes. We just recorded
your
our
words.
21st episode, so
Oh,
we're getting there.
legal. You're
We gotta
legal.
Yeah,
catch
we're
up.
legal. 13 was the number. David did some research. Most podcasts don't get past 13, so I want to be on the 14th one.
You want to make 14?
I'd like to be on the 14th. What are we on?
Yeah.
8?
This'll
is
be
this
9.
is 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still want to be on 14 to see that you got through it. Dak Shepard is doing one. Brought his wife on
Kristen
for his
Bell.
first
Great.
one. She's great.
They're both great.
Super
I love
pro.
both of them.
He's okay.
He's funny.
He's okay.
I like him.
But like
She's
the
better.
first episode was
She's so hot.
2 fucking hours. Mel
Joe
has
Rogan's
a job where she's
hard.
able to do that. I cannot listen to all that at once. I'm doing shit.
That's my problem with podcasts too. Him and I talk about it all the
What?
time.
Yeah.
this
if I
is even
can't,
too long, probably.
if I can't listen to it on a drive, I don't want to listen to it.
How do we not make? We need to figure this out because I like doing this. I'm not saying I need to be a part of your shit. You do your
You
own
can be a
shit.
part of our shit.
But like,
I like
it,
shit.
Shouldn't it be 20 to 30 minutes, 45 at max? Because like sometimes I have to go from Lake Nona to Waterford, and
Been
that's
there,
a
done
45-minute
No,
drive.
I think an hour is good because a lot of people drive an hour to
yeah,
work.
you're right.
You
Like,
gotta
I
think
drive an hour home.
The 9
gotta
to
cut
5.
this
No,
up.
I feel
You
you.
gotta
I
cut
feel
it
you.
up.
Like, yeah, no, you do it too. Like, I think an hour is good. I do agree. Like, I like the long podcast, but that's just
Really?
like.
Yeah, my thing is
But,
like,
I watch it as I listen at work while
I
I'm
was
coding.
shocked that it was 2 hours. When I looked, I'm like, I love Kristen Bell. Listen to the first 30 minutes because I was downtown going home. That was 30 minutes. I'm like, when the fuck am I going to hear the rest of this?
yeah, no,
like,
like I
you
mean, I
just-
like listening to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's normally 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does
So
like
3
3
hours,
hours.
long.
and he puts out one almost every day of the week.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2.
You know, if he didn't have other sources of revenue, he would not eat off that.
Who?
Joe Rogan.
Rogan?
Oh, it's a shitload.
He kills
Yeah,
his
his
own
podcast?
If
He
he
kills his
wasn't
own food.
already famous, you couldn't do a 3-hour podcast and kill.
Oh no! He built.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
on episode like 1,050.
right, but he's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
can't do 3 hours and expect anyone to fucking
No,
listen.
no.
Nobody
you're
will
right.
last
Yeah.
till to
No,
hour.
and that was a
They
point
won't
he
last for
made.
45
He's
minutes.
Totally right. Like you can't do 3 hours.
Rogan's great. He's actually funny. Like no one knows that about him. He's funny.
He's
He's
actually
knowledgeable.
extremely smart too.
Right,
A lot of
he-
people don't know that.
I miss
Yeah.
him.
Extremely intelligent.
I miss
Like, listening to
doing
him,
MMA.
Yeah, he
was
doesn't
like
do as
so
much
good.
now.
Yeah, no, like listen to his podcast that he did with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
Never realize how intelligent Joe Rogan is until you hear him talk with literally one of the smartest men in the world.
Joe Rogan's great,
Yeah.
but we
Love
can't be
Joe.
doing 3-hour shit.
No,
Because
I
no
agree.
one will invest in that.
No.
Joe Rogan will get that because of the fans. Just like Dak Shepard and Kristen Bell,
That's-
people are going to listen to that 2 hours.
They're gonna
because of
wait
them.
for her to make the Frozen reference. They're waiting. With
She's
bated
great.
breath.
I would just listen to her
She's
talk.
she's amazing.
I'll just watch her
I
talk.
She really
would
likes sloths.
Sex her. She does like
She's
sloths.
weirdly obsessed. With
You'd like this. She
sloths.
talks about her boobies for like the first 20 minutes. so-
What?
Good for
They're
her.
not even big.
They're not, and that's what she's talking about. She calls them skin tags, and I thought it was funny. It was. She's funny, and like she's a good actress or whatever. And
So
he's,
Dax, Kristen, if you want to come on the podcast,
they actually might. You never know.
They actually
Some of
would.
those
Like they're
celebrities do
super.
weird
They're
stuff.
just super chill.
They are. They seem so cool. Mel wanted me to listen to it because they're married and they're in love, and we're married, we're in love, and I was like, "This is." I get where you're making me listen to this, but I only got 30 minutes in.
Have you listened to Bert? Do you know who Bert Kreischer is?
I do not.
He has a podcast with his wife. He's a comedian. He's on Joe Rogan's every once in
So
a
does
while.
Tom Segura too, right?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Segura and his wife, they have a podcast, and it's they're married. Same thing. They're in love. That
I
might
think
be a
that's
good one
cool.
for you to listen to.
I do want to listen to
He's
that
a comedian. He's funny as fuck.
He's real
You
funny.
can
You
even
would-
do that with the H3 podcast.
You would like.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
like
but they're a
his
little weird.
stand-up,
Yeah, 'cause
Tom
he was
Segura.
weird.
He
I'll
does.
check it
He
out.
has
Well,
a
so is
couple
Ethan.
Netflix
But
specials.
Ethan, like I said, he's asshole weird, where Gila's just like, I'm foreign weird.
Yeah, he's super extroverted and she's super introverted.
So get me on. So Junk Drawer is the name of the show, but this is the first drunk drawer.
This is the first.
We
drunk
got through.
drawer.
I want
This
the
is
I want the
first.
listeners to know that if these Sallys here can finish their
I'm getting
drinks,
there.
we have done a whole bottle of Gentleman Jack.
Do you? I
these-
was here. I'm just saying.
This one is rough.
Well,
This is
you have to
dry.
drink
this
your
is
water liquid.
This is
Water.
this
Mine's
was
water.
whiskey.
so
he
the-
did pull the least amount of his weight.
Are we making a thing?
That's
this
true,
is,
but I got to drive and
9 is
I
too
know.
many. There should be a drunk drawer every like 5.
Are you committing to be our drunk drawer
I'll
friend?
bring the bottle.
Done.
Done.
I'll bring the bottle and I'll bet Mike $10.
It's empty. You could have won so much more. You just could have kept making bets with me. You gave me a pile of cash when I walked in the door.
Now we know that, Mike. You know
appeal
that
to
for
the
next
wrong
time. Just
person.
make bets every 10 minutes.
I love it.
That's the thing is I just got to bet on
The-
things that
the
I know.
drunk
which
drawer,
apparently
is that
I know
separate
the
from the
capital
junk
of
drawer?
Malaysia.
That's so
No,
weird.
it's just the first one we've done with
like
copious amounts of alcohol.
like that.
Have we had drinks on any other one?
We had drinks. Mine.
I think
You
like
guys
one.
gave me
Like
a
one
few
drink,
drinks, but
yeah.
it was like nothing.
One or
This was
two.
like I drank a lot.
You said you wanted to drink a lot.
I did.
I just I feel good. I got
Yeah.
this
Can't
guy right
end
here.
end the show until
Yeah.
everyone is finished with their booze.
That's
I'm
fair.
not going to chug this.
What?
I didn't ask you to chug it
I'm
because
just
we
saying.
might have other things
but you
to
need
say.
to
But
finish it.
I will
you know,
finish
it.
it.
Mike,
Did we realize
While
that-
we're-
Did we realize that we never even mentioned who
This
our...
is-
It
Isn't
doesn't
about
matter. It doesn't
Mike, I don't think you
matter.
realize what we're talking
Mike's
about.
being a puss.
super puss.
Kitty cat.
He did finish his drink and you didn't.
I had a lot more than he
That
did.
was really just water.
Yeah, that was
Water
was
with a yellow tint.
yeah.
So it's piss.
yeah, a little
If
bit.
the drunk drawer is to be a thing every X amount of episodes,
I'm super
I
good
think
with
we
it.
found our core group of 4.
I'm
yeah.
super okay with this. Is what we wanted to be our
Just a
core
guess,
group.
but I'm making rules happen.
Well, you guys don't know that, but this is what I mean. That Joe Rogan has his core group, and it's Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, and Ari Shafir.
I didn't know
Who
that.
is super
And-
fucking funny, by the way.
And
We are not funny.
We're not that funny.
Mike and I are just pasty whites
Yeah, very much so.
with incredibly racist tendencies.
Well, you more so on the racist than me.
No, don't lie. I mean,
No,
you're pretty fucking
Craig's gonna see
racist.
Black Panther before you, and I'm pretty sure it
I
makes
am.
him less racist
That
than
actually
you.
makes me like super
You're
black.
Right. You're right. Yeah, no, I'm not. I can't deny that. That's irrefutable.
I'm also gonna buy merch, so I'm way ahead of you.
That's true. That is an accurate statement.
Well,
But
sorry-
this
sorry
is
to
what
ruin
I
the
mean.
Black Panther
Go
party.
Wakanda. Well, how do you?
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
It's Wakanda. So
T'Challa. T'Challa.
they have that podcast that they do with the 4 of them. That was super racist.
That's how they talk, man. Don't say it like that.
Oh my god. You're great.
You're really.
we're gonna cut all of Craig's stuff out.
It's just gonna be a black box over it.
I get to bring the bottle and I have to go in the bathroom for an hour.
Josh and I talked about this because they have their 4 that does shows pretty regularly. I think it's like, for him it's like every 30 shows, but that's only like 3 weeks. It's only like 3 weeks. So like every 3 to 4 weeks they have them on, and it's funny, and it's just those guys hanging out with each other. And Josh and I were like, we could do that. We have people we like to hang out with, and now you're here.
And I'll
Wow,
change-
we did it.
I can even change what the today was gentlemen. Today's episode brought to you by Jack
Gentleman
Daniels,
Jack.
Gentleman Jack.
How many
Double
how many
mellow.
viewers do
It
you think
was
we need
so
before we
smooth.
can get sponsored by an alcohol?
14.
14. Got it.
We're almost
11.
there.
We have 11.
It's
We're almost
11.
there.
It's
I
really
love that
not
you're
that
saying
hard.
viewers. It's fucking listeners. Get off YouTube, son.
We're doing
Get
both.
on iTunes.
We're doing both.
We're gonna be on
I'm-
iTunes
yeah.
this week.
Gentleman
This
Jack
week.
doesn't want to hear from us until we're at like a couple thou.
Yeah,
But
we could get like.
I can get us a bottle every week. I know a guy.
We can maybe
Is
get
the
with
guy
like
Craig?
Canadian
Stole
Mist.
this.
That works. Let's make our own. in the
Sponsored by
bathtub.
Canadian Mist whiskey. It's pretty all right, eh?
It's got to degrade and be like, this episode is brought to you by 1.75 of Early Times. We got it for $9.50 at the local Albertsons.
This episode
It
is
came
brought
in
to
this.
you-
It came in this container with
That
an
even still a place?
XXX on the front.
I think so.
This
I
episode
got
is
free
brought
cookies
to
from
you
there
by
all the time
Daly's
when I was a
Frozen
kid.
Margaritas.
Oh God!
You know
this
those little tinfoil baggies that you buy at Walmart for $2. That's who did it.
None of the last 10 minutes. It was worth
Especially right
putting
now.
on the show. You can't do it.
It's just us yelling into mics.
You have to do. You guys have to do actual post on this.
Yeah,
You
right.
have to like run just the two of you talking.
We can. It all goes to one channel.
No, what I mean is like you have to find a real cutting point, which would be 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
And then Dax actually did this on his new one. He opened it. He did like a 30 second cold open, explaining what was happening, that he and Kristen were having a bad day and they were fighting, and this is what happened. But like, you're gonna have to do that because the last 20 minutes were
I was
unintelligible.
talking about that. I
we
want
got
to do
drunk.
that eventually. Yeah.
I did.
Drinking happens.
We have to figure
Thanks,
out a way to
Alex.
get Mike here when he doesn't have work stuff to do at night or whatever.
You're right.
When he doesn't have to go watch Boy Meets
I
World
had to
with his
like plan
girlfriend.
this out.
I'm trying to get a new job.
I had the wife to bring me. I'm drunk.
Yeah, she's
and get
later
me.
than.
No, I told her we were running behind.
Oh,
so.
okay, cool.
That's
That works out.
appreciated.
You'll know
Is she
because
gonna
she'll
be-
ring the.
That's
thing.
true. She'll call me to get in, and then I won't let her in.
We did not really talk that much about movies.
We talked a little
We
bit about
talked some
movies.
about movies.
We talked
I
a little
feel
bit
like
about
our
movies.
next one we already know is sports,
I mean, I'm okay with that.
and he should lead it with all his sports knowledge.
Yeah.
Please lead it with questions. I think that would
Referees
be.
have different uniforms
So-
depending on the sport.
That's
Who
true.
kicked the most touchdowns in hockey?
Rugby.
3 points.
You know some sports.
I do. I don't know names. I couldn't
you know
tell
what?
you names.
For the
Shit.
14 viewers, as you said.
11.
Oh, we have 11
Oh,
subscribers.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm one
We
of
should
them.
tease the
Yeah.
next junk drawer. It'll be in 5 to 7 episodes. We're not sure. There's no structure yet.
I mean, our next
We're
one,
doing
we
it
have a
every 2
couple.
weeks about right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we do
Every
2
2
weeks
weeks.
for I Want Business. Check it out on iTunes. I Want Business, the small business podcast. Don't
It's
cut
pretty
that
good.
out.
It's pretty. I listened to some of it.
It's different. It's so different. This is fun and topics of pop culture and you know, we're really trying to have a conversation. That's more geared toward if you want to
Do
run a
this.
business. Yeah.
Do this
it's
stuff
just
to be
different.
good.
It's so different.
No, I mean, I think it works out. I think we're actually we're gonna have you guys sign the table.
Yeah.
Because
Someone else did that already.
Yeah,
with a
Gary.
shitty signature.
Gary Malone. It looks
Who's
like
that?
Gary Mellon, but it's
that a
Gary
person?
Malone.
Yeah, he's a local musician.
He's a local musician. We talked to him about stuff, and you guys are gonna sign the table,
La
and
música.
this will be that and stuff. It's pretty cool. We have
I like what
stuff
you're trying to do here.
planned out.
Next
Get
time you're on, we're moving it into the.
We're gonna be in the
over
living
there.
room.
Get
Yeah,
it on
So we
the
have more
iTunes.
space.
we're gonna do that. It'll be
Yeah,
this
Mike
week.
and I are
like
in.
said.
We have a little
I-
thing
I
going.
am
It's Abbott
here.
and Costello. I'm both. He's nothing.
Craig, who's on first base?
Who's on first? Who's on first?
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Baseball.
I don't know.
There you go.
Not me. I'm fucked up.
You know what? You know this. The super sad thing. The really really sad thing is Josh knows no names of any players on any sports team, but he still went to more Orlando City games last year than Mike did.
Oh,
Again, that's not fair.
savage.
That's not
Wrecked.
fair.
Deep burn.
But still.
But this year,
true.
you can get the title back. You can go to More Than Me,
Yeah.
or just go with us. You should go with us.
Yeah, depending on.
We
what
tried
happens.
that.
I'm gonna go
We
to a
tried
game
all
this
the
year.
time.
We're
We
gonna
should
do.
go. We're gonna
I'm
go.
going.
We're gonna
the
be parts of the
ruckus.
ruckus.
I have a
Yeah.
friend- I'm not going to commit to that, but I have a friend that will give me free tickets, and I will go that way.
Give me a free
Do
ticket.
that.
He may be able to give me more than 2. I'm not sure.
Okay.
He
Because
is on-
Mel has to be.
he's
there.
on the training staff.
Mel does.
That's cool.
He is one of my oldest friends from when I was a wee lad, like 4.
We let.
So you guys touch each
Did you
other's
not?
wieners?
Have you seen his wiener?
What? Have I seen his
Why is
wiener?
that the
You
first
are-
question?
Actually, I don't
Mike
know.
asked it.
We
Oh,
were,
we did,
we were
you're
so
right.
young. I mean,
You guys are
Staten
wee
Island.
lads. Wee lads.
That was gonna be my
Wiener
question
lads.
Because you came from
We-
New York.
Yeah,
you weren't
he
here
did.
till you
You'll
were
notice
8.
He was at Brass Tap the day I was filling in for trivia. Bingo.
Really?
Hadn't seen him in years. He was there. He's like, I live at the apartment complex right here.
That's cool.
My whole fucking mind was blown out the side of my head. We've known each other since I was 4 years old.
And you have obviously lost contact.
Well, yeah, for sure. But he and I was like, what? And he works for the city. He used to work for the Bucks. And he's like, you need to come to a game. I was like, soccer, eh.
They're really
It's-
great.
Dude, the
Oh, it's so
atmosphere
much
there,
fun.
It's worth checking out.
He said that. I believe him, and I will go.
Yeah. No.
Maybe
highly
we'll all go to
recommend
the same game.
Yeah.
Drunk drawer on location.
it.
Drunk
So
drawer
film
in public.
Podcast, there's a
The
bunch of
assets,
people
we
yelling.
don't have the financials to make it happen.
Oh, we'll make it happen.
These mics are high
I mean,
end.
all we really
They're
need.
good. We
These
like
are
them.
very good. This is a
Honestly,
good setup.
all
Yeah.
This
we all
looks
we
like
really
it's
need
fake
is a
gold.
generator.
I mean, come on.
This is a good
Oh, it's
setup.
fake.
I want to do more.
All we really need is a generator to be able to plug into.
None of this is airable.
What?
What?
Toward the end.
all
Oh yeah.
airable.
No, this is all gonna go.
Oh,
in.
this is all going in.
You know, you got to cut it.
No,
this is all
but
going in.
we're at about an hour and a half right now.
Yeah, that's not even that bad.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Most of what Mike said should be cut.
Well, yeah, but that's because it's.
If you could
opinions
just
are trash.
because it's
cut him
garbage.
out of this.
Wiener.
Well, now we have to cut
Duty.
it.
He's not even allowed to make that reference. He doesn't watch Game of Thrones.
Have you not watched
What
Game of
the
Thrones?
shit?
I watched season 1.
All right.
Fuck off.
There's some major
I watched
issues with who
season
you
1,
invite.
and then when one main
Is
character
Mike
dies.
is Mike out of the triumvirate now?
I don't know what you do.
No, I'm still part of it.
I don't believe you.
So stupid.
Craig is real upset.
Kick me
You have
out, I
so
dare
much
ya.
TV to
I
catch
could beat
up
Craig
on.
in a fight.
I do
know.
not
I do not
agree with
believe that at all.
I don't believe you. incredibly scrappy. I will bite your neck. I'll go right for it.
And then I'll respond by going,
I know you lost 43 pounds recently. That is all your strength that you lost. So I will attack you.
No, it's not, considering now my work is all heavy lifting.
Wait, so now we need to set up a fight.
Yeah, obviously.
Put enough gentleman jack in me. I'm in. Let's do
doing
Greco-Roman.
this.
We'll set a rule set and you film it.
That's absolutely. We're
Hope
going to
you're ready
announce
for the
it.
Chimera, and welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Hope you're ready to get your balls pulled into your butthole.
Like I don't do that on Wednesdays.
Well, this is going to be on a Thursday.
Spillane
You're going to be a
fingers his
little
own
tender.
butthole. It's obvious now.
That might be
It's-
true.
Okay, no, it's in the shower. It's cleaning. It's different.
I told you he used a shampoo bottle. I told you. I fucking said it. He has penetrated his own butthole.
That's not true.
It is
That is
true.
not true today. It did not happen today.
I'll
Oh
fight
my
him.
god. You should.
But we got to have rules.
We've
Greco-Roman
wrestled.
wrestling has rules. We
We've
had
wrestled.
rules when we did
We're
it.
doing
Yeah.
It's no
Greco-Roman.
punching,
And I won.
no kicking. It's you. I think you did
No punching,
actually
no,
win
what
that.
is that?
Well,
What's the
because
point?
okay, here's the deal.
No
You don't want to
face,
get into a
no ball.
fist fight.
No.
Fist fights are not among friends. But like wrestling could be among friends, or arm wrestling, or regular. To
He will
pin.
crush
No,
everyone.
okay, in that
arm
case, we're
wrestling.
going full WWE. Bring it.
I could German suplex some of you.
What's that?
Because he's thin.
What's a German
could do that.
suplex?
German
Now.
suplex. Here, get
No, just tell me
up.
the.
No, get up. I'm not going to actually do it.
Do
Can we
it.
not do this
is
now?
Is there video on this?
Turn like this.
I don't-
And I grab you like this.
Ah.
And then just and throw you
You
over.
probably weigh 120. I mean,
No,
I'm
no.
170.
I was going to say, I lifted you
Yeah.
up. I was going to say
He has a massive
165.
donger.
oh, I think she's. At
Yeah,
the
she
gate.
just. I just
Alright,
busted
Shut the
her.
gate. Okay, so we should wrap up.
That felt like 165.
You have
just-
no
I might be
intro,
165.
no
I just-
outro.
I didn't eat a lot
Drunk
today.
drawer's over.
Okay, so drunk drawer is over. This is episode
fuck
whatever.
yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
It's been a really good
It's
time.
over
Hope you
before
enjoyed it with us.
Josh was a man enough to finish his whiskey.
I had a lot.
Oh no! Can we just for the sake of we're trying to create something here, split it? Let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's split it. Let's fucking do it.
No, I can't.
Oh my God, Pat, get involved.
Jesus Christ. Bunch of pussies. All of you.
I can't do that much.
You're a
Sorry.
vagina. I'm just going to shoot it.
Help me.
I can't.
Come on, just.
I
be a
don't.
man.
Dude, I haven't
Gentlemen.
drank in like 3 weeks.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming
thank you
on
for
the
coming on.
podcast. I
This is a
appreciate
great-
it. This is going to be a
This
thing.
might hit
This
the
will be
all-time
great.
high of 15 listeners.
I mean,
Oh,
you
boy.
have friends and family, so
I'm just saying.
they might be interested. Mike's family
I will
definitely
not
isn't.
I'll
tell
share
my
it on
wife
Twitter
to listen to
because I don't
this.
have
should
any
not.
family on Twitter.
Ah,
You
shit.
should not.
No, but for real, this was a very good first drunk drawer. It was a fun time. We're gonna get you to sign the table. You can follow us on social medias / the junk drawer, and pretty soon on iTunes.
We're going to be on iTunes. Hopefully this week, if Josh gets the lead out of his
I
ass.
will do it tomorrow.
He's going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
like
going to
a
hold him
coder
to
man.
that.
Get it done.
I'm a coder man.
He's a coder
and
man.
You can do Craig's shit on where? Where's your stuff at?
Which one?
And
All
the
of
best
it.
ones.
Pump it
You know
all.
what? I'll pump one thing.
We'll
Pump
also
one
put
thing.
it down
If
in
you
the
like to
description.
play trivia at bars, check out tastytriviaorlando.com. I would like 14 more people.
That would be great.
11.
And I'm there.
I'm there too.
I'm not
Mike's not there
Why don't you fucking host anything?
because I have a 9 to 5.
Fuck you.
because he's got a real job.
I host things.
I made this my real job somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
did.
did a good job of that.
Proud of you.
But yeah, that's going to be it for our first drunk drawer. Thanks you guys for hanging out. And next time maybe we'll actually stay on topic, but probably not.
Nope.
Nope.
Take it easy, Inebriation Nation.
See you guys.
Get me a marker. Let's